how are we all doing? It's Skywatch time. The clouds are a bit intermittent tonight, but we'll see how we all get on. Oh, wrong button, Sam. Let me just get everything going where we all are. So, start the tracker, although the cloud's coming in. Yeah, if you're just joining us, we are doing our live UFO or UAP Skywatch tonight. Coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stone Henge. So do say hello, let us know where you're all watching from, and hopefully we're going to see something strange in between these clouds. Look how lovely it is behind them though. Just run up the stairs there, you don't hear me panting. Who have we got in tonight? Loch Lomond, you're first in off the bat there. Good to see you. Oh no, Lethal was in first there, and then Loch Lomond. Grandmaster is in, and Pancake. How are we all doing? In fact, let me pause the tracker, right, and let's spin that camera around. This is why we've got this, so let's spin it around, see if we can avoid some of those clouds tonight. So we're not going to be on Vega, but let's see if we can just do a little bit of spotting in this part of the sky. Carl is already in there as well. Let's get the tracker going. So yeah, we're looking out for UFOs, UAPs, all of the strange and wonderful things in the night sky. We're going to see lots of moving objects, just like this one, if the tracker wants to get it. There we go. A little bit of a blue tinge to that one following up. We need to see these objects stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course or trajectory for us to know for sure that they are anomalous. How many? Oh, we got 5 or 6 on screen at once. So yeah, that is what we're doing, and we're looking out for all of these weird and wonderful things there. Carl is in, and Void, how are we all doing tonight? Yeah, say hello guys, ask away any questions. There's no silly questions here at all. We want to hear from you all, and if you're curious, somebody else is going to be curious, so they want to hear from you there. What have you guys been up to? What you've been doing there? Harko, how are you doing? Yeah, there I am. I took the night off last night. It was a cloudy night anyway, and I thought I've still got the cold, might as well rest, but I do feel out of place, and I'm glad to be back there. Thank you for the gifts, Harko. All goes back into the stream. Yeah, so I think we might be fighting the clouds a little bit, but they keep coming and they keep going this evening, so I'm sure if we are patient enough, we will still see some more things. We're going to put the new pan and tilt motor to good use, I think, trying to spin it round, avoiding the clouds, but that's exactly what we need to do to give it a test there. And we are all up to date across the board. How are we all doing? What did you do in the end last night? We're not being on the stream, guys. Where else did you find yourselves there? I hope you're all well. Coming in, Carl there, coming in with the gifts as well. Thank you for that. And Lex, what camera do you have for the view? So it's a Sony A7S. It's only an early one there, but it's a big trick is the lens. That gives us all of those ones there. And Imao, how are you doing? Good to see you there. Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from? Where in the world? Guys, if you're new here, say hello, let us know where you're watching from, and ask away any questions there. Yeah, make sure you're following and subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, because we're on pretty much every night. If it's a clear sky, it's this. It's the UFO UAP Skywatch, where we're tracking these objects in the night sky, hoping, and we do occasionally, see something strange. So occasionally, it is quite often. Last week was quite fruitful there. But we are also, we're getting some flashes, we are also on the cloudy nights mostly, and that is alien radio signal hunt time. If we can't get the camera out, we're listening out on the hydrogen line, the channel on the radio dial, where scientists theorise we are most likely to hear a message from ET, should they be out there. It's where the WOW signal was heard, so we're always getting, or trying to get our evidence for the phenomena there. Denise, how are we doing tonight? And, oh, have I missed anything? No, and then Mason is in. There we go as well. And I've been celebrating the birthday of Arnold Chiveris, as he preferred to be known, Chu, the first astronaut to sneeze in 0G. Now that is a claim right there, isn't it? There. Lethal is in over on the tops as well, and Cole there. Why does the frame rate? Oh, is it a frame rate of 80 seconds? So that is to let in enough light. The reason that we're doing that is because obviously these objects are so low light, so we need to basically have the longer frame possible, so there's more of that light from that object that comes in and makes it more visible for us there. So it does mean there's a little bit of staggering around, but it is a bit of a trade-off of all of this, but we get there, we get through as well. Lethal coming in with the shares there. Christopher, Carl coming in with the gifts. Appreciate all those guys. It will go back into the stream there. Harko too, and it is the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that jazz that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves. With the more eyes and minds on the phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. It's a good question, Carl. It's a good question. So do ask away. Any curiosities there? Siphon is in as well. Good to see you guys. Right, I'm going to turn the tracker off, and we're going to spin that camera around again. Thank God we got this new motor that we could. No, wrong way. Not into the cloud, Sam. See if we can find a patch with a minimal cloud. There we go. We're getting a little bit over town now. This is where it gets lighter, but we'll trade off the low light for, the brighter light for the fact that there is less cloud coverage. But it is moving, so it should be clear for us tonight. Speed's pretty quick, and it's responsive. It's such a good upgrade. Been waiting years for it, years, I tell ya. So I can't wait for the Moonstream with the new motor here. I think it's going to be an interesting one. How are you doing, Dordal? Thank you for the gifts. How are you tonight? They're good to see you guys in. So it all goes back into the stream there, whether it's the gifts, the subs, the members, Patreon, the merch, or anything like that. All helping us improve what we do. Like, this is literally one of the things there to upgrade. So we're so close now to being able to do our Rendlesham Forest road trip there, to kick off our UK UFO hotspot tour of live Skywatches. So yeah, really excited there. So it's going to happen. We're looking at dates now. Got a new motor. What, personally, myself, I've just got less cold. I have a night off, I've ramped up, I'm like one of those Scale Electrics, matchbox cars, you pull them back and watch me go. There as well. Right, anyway, if you are just joining us, as I said, we're doing a live UFO UAP at Skywatch, coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. Said a long history of weird and wonderful things in these skies. So tonight should be no exception. Do pay attention. Don't fully rely on the tracker. As you'll see, it does like to lose them at the minute, especially if there's cloud coverage. But it is a good guise. Oh, you getting... Anybody else getting connection problems there as well? We're showing okay at the second here. Or is that an old message coming through? Anyway, but using the interactive grid as well to spot those ones that haven't been tracked.
Zoom mode
So don't rely on the tracker, but it's a good guide to see where the movement is coming from. Just to start, we need to follow these objects. We need to see them stop dead, shoot off at speed, change course or trajectory. Nice bright one coming in here, because that will tell us for sure that they're not one of the many man-made satellites or organic objects flying around up there in the night sky. Joe, welcome aboard. Where are you following us from? And Carl?
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan as well there. Guys, we are so close. I think we're like, we've got another 2, we're probably 6 followers, I think, on TikTok away from 9,000. So there's 6 of you in the comments there, just in the chat, waiting around. Do join it there. Maybe you'll hit our 9,000 for it right there. But yeah, we're looking for these objects. We need to see them act in strange ways to prove to us that they are not, I said, one of the many man-made objects, but in fact something a little bit stranger. It does happen. More than you would expect, which I can't quite wrap my head around there. And where are we down here in the chat? Let me get back to there. Oh, it's Seb's there. Not long now, hopefully. Oh, yeah, it shouldn't be. I think we're looking at October dates, just because September, I think, is busy for me and Pete there. But yeah, no, we're basically sort of like there. So I mean, there's always extra things. We're hoping if we do get lucky, might be pushing our luck. But if we can get a portable speaker that's suitable, we'll be able to use the dog whistle to see if we can summon in activity when we're on location as well, and things like that. There, we're doing a moonstream, Buffy. We will. So we do our moonstreams occasionally. Normally when I can be bothered, and when the moon is up and in the right position, because it just makes the rest of the sky so bright. But the moon's cool to watch. It's stunning, but it's also very strange, and there's anomalies up there as well that are definitely worth tracking. It's just been a pain with the past motor, because with the Earth's rotation, the moon is moving so fast, you've just got to constantly be on it. So this should make it a lot easier. It can support the moon lens weight as well. So we'll do one next time. It's going to be up in the right place there. And Denise, how are you doing there? And the tracking is pretty sweet. Nice. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that. It's definitely intermittent. We're building it ourselves, so it is quite flawed. But we'll get there. We'll fix it. And then the job is, once it's more accurate with the tracking, see the clouds are totally screwing up right now, but once it's more accurate with the tracking, I'll turn it off for a second, then we can get to identify the stars that are in shot, so it knows where it's pointing. And then with those 2 bits of information, we can overlay the known satellite that are flying around in the night sky. So it'll help us filter out a little bit more. There, looking good. Excellent. Thank you, Lethal and Pancake, for the check-ins. And do you have enough colouring paper, or do you need more there? Manus is still working till the 25th. You've got to make the most of it there, Harco. What will you do without Manus? And Stephen, how are we doing? Good to see you in tonight there. And fellow watcher of Weird Stuff in the Sky Live there. 1 free. Welcome aboard. You know, we're all similar people. You're very welcome in. What is the best thing you have ever spotted in the night sky, and whereabouts are you based? There, Nipper as well. Good to see you in there. In my opinion, coming in with the gifts there. Cylon, how are you doing? Like the Greeks, we watch the sky, and I think there is so much value in it. No wonder cultures of the ancient past were obsessed with the sky. You know, like it's practical for navigation, seasonal planning, all that sort of stuff there. But just the fact that it hints to things being a little bit stranger, what else could be going on in the wider world? I think it is incredibly valuable. They say, don't they? I'm just going to spin the camera around and see if we can... No, that's the wrong way. And that's my roof. Can I get any higher? No, I can't from this angle. Oh, there's a plane over there above the aerial. Let's go right the way around and see if there's a gap in the cloud on the other side. Gonna make you seasick. You see, since the Industrial Revolution, when the light pollution and smog, and oh no, it's very dense over there. That is frustrating. Right, we're gonna go to this gap here. It is moving. It will clear, but we might have to wait a few minutes looking at my roof for a little bit longer, where it's a little bit less thick. Let's go over to there as well. So yeah, think, you know, that disconnection from the night sky, our place within the universe maybe has been subtly affected. The speaker will be called, there'll be an ominous feel. It's one of those things, I go, that would be great because it adds to our features and our chances of success, but it's the emotional part of me that goes, what am I signing myself up to? Just like doing the tour in the first place. I'm going to get hella scared in a lot of those bloody locations. But I think it will be good. And hey, maybe that will be evidence enough. Well, not evidence enough, but if they do say that the dog whistle is really, really, really effective for summoning in the phenomena, even if it is, I say just, but the lights in the sky blinking and communicating with you. We bring out our occasional co-host Pete with us there, and he's more skeptic. Like he's not rude about it, but he's not convinced yet. He's not seen enough evidence. So it's quite an interesting balance between the two of us. But I think if we were starting to see things like that, because he now knows what satellites look like and things. If we were starting to see that, I think we could get a real time somebody coming over to the side there to see if we get noticed. Exactly. How you doing, Kate? Good to see you. How have you been? And anyone following the buzz around David Grush being confirmed as disinfo. Ooh, I was saying this years ago. I never believed a word he said. So, Grandmaster, I always liked Grush. He felt much more credible, but you can never trust anyone these days. So, by confirmed, I know there's a few people that were reporting him as such, or suggesting it recently that had come up saying there's something going on there, but I'm not familiar with the details. So by confirmation, what are we saying there? What has come out to say? Because I'm very, very interested for that one as well. Idris, welcome aboard. Good to see you in. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Lee Scott as well. Thank you for the gifts there. My opinion coming in with the shares is the likes and shares, guys. That really does help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. The more eyes and minds we get on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece of this puzzle together there. Very cool. Thank you, Simon. And Noel, how are we doing? Good evening from the city of Cardiff there. How are your skies? Are they still clear where you are? Surely we can send a nuclear weapon to a planet outside our galaxy. We can't send a postcard. Out of our solar system. The furthest thing we've got is Voyager. And, you know, if we're going by the normal means there, if there is no reverse engineering with success, the Voyager, and that is one light day. It's out of the solar system, but, you know, it's a speck. And that has taken, 40, 50 years to get there. If we wanted to send a nuke for whatever reason to Jupiter, that would take years. Even the probes take 14, 15 years. Yeah, it's very, very long times, let alone, I mean, the galaxy is 100 million light years across, isn't it? Something like that. So even at the speed of light, that's 100 million light years just across our galaxy, not the vast distances in between. Jai, how are we doing there? Did you see the most recent UFO files and the flying orbs? It's a brilliant one. Sorry for the flashing, guys. That tends to be TikTok throwing our system to a sulk, so we'll blame TikTok for that. But yes, we did. So every couple of weeks, and especially when the US drop those files, we do a deep dive for our Patreons and our members as a little thank you there. And basically, we go through either leaked documents, whistleblower accounts, their images, or the file drops there. Some of the declassified stuff too. It's like doing our UFO homework. It's really awesome. And again, I'd seen a lot of the buzz about some of the file drops, but the most recent one, they're always received very negatively, and I kind of understand that one. But when you read through it, you go, actually, there's some real interesting stuff in here that it is slightly different. It does push the needle. So I would say I'm middle. I'm not fully skeptical on it yet, but I could see the potential for it there. And one for it as well. Thank you very kindly there for the super chat. That's insanely generous of you. Really do appreciate that. And appreciate you just watching and hanging out with us there. But it all goes back into the stream. So thank you for that one. Very kind of you there. David, they're coming in. Was that a share as well? Or is that a follow? It's not telling me there, but thank you for the shares there. Appreciate that one. And for the gift as well, so it all goes back into the stream. And Nugsy, Cheap Astro, comments still don't work then. Nugsy, I'm going to try and remember that you're both the same, but hello there. We'll see if my brain holds that one there. The first ISS passing over is the 1st of September at 23:58. So that's going to be good to see again. I always love to see the ISS. It's the biggest, brightest, fastest thing in the night sky. And I always go, oh my God, we've got one. But luckily we track it now. We have you guys to keep me reined in there. And Vicky, hey, so I hope you're feeling better. Thank you. Watching from West Yorkshire after some much needed rain. Yes, we had a bit of rain here today, and hopefully not any whilst on the cameras out there. I'm feeling a little bit better, yes. I took last night off. One of the rare days we'll take it off because it was cloudy anyway. And I thought just rest up there. I think it's helped a little bit there. I'm a little bit sickly. Stay away. No, you want to. I'm not allowed in the office. They won't let me in. There as well. And around Mars, how are you doing there? Oh, the picture keeps freezing for you. We're getting the flashes up. That is TikTok, the software it makes us use for TikTok, giving up there. If it gets too bad, we will have a little bit of a... I'll have to sacrifice that one. But I think we're okay enough at the minute there. Vicky coming in, feeding Alan. Thanks, appreciate that. Oh, and one there, your camera shows different. Oh, tell us more. So as in you're seeing something that you know you'd normally see, or you'd see with the human eye, or that you don't see, but your camera shows it. Is it that sort of thing? And out there, lovely sky, can't see anything here. Well, these clouds are moving, so hopefully we are going to get a clear patch again soon, because as soon as we come, it was lovely and clear, but we settle down to come on, and then boom, the clouds come in. Think of it as a Venus watch now. This is what we're doing. Oh yeah, that is pretty dense. It is due to clear, so we'll sit this one out, guys. We'll wait it out, I should say. They will pass. They are moving pretty quickly. Let's go back to the smallest patch of sky that we had. It's not even worth, sorry, just putting over the house. Yeah, no, it's just over there. That is all we have got at the second. Let's go a little bit lower. You can see into my neighbour's bathroom there. But let's kind of keep a little bit on what we can for the night sky. You jinxed us, up. And where are we? Down there. And Lee coming in, feeding Alan too. Appreciate that one. Sir Paul, gifting, oh my God, 5 memberships. Paul, thank you so much. That is incredibly kind of you there, Paul. How are you, Sir Paul? And who got those ones? A Nipper there, Vicky, Noel, Phil, Ice Guy as well there, and Pancake, you got them there. I do appreciate those for that, guys. You'll be able to join us, won't you, for our next deep dive. So that will be this Friday. I think it's this Friday, guys. Yeah, that's only a couple of days away, and we'll be looking into the Majestic 12 documents. We did a few beforehand, but these are all documents, reported to be real documents, you know, that either are directly related, like from the MJ12 organization, or, you know, referencing it and programs and things like that. And that is the group, the shadowy organisation there that appear to be the ones responsible for the early secrecy, reverse engineering around it like that now. So we read them through with you guys, unless there is a files drop from the US, at which point we'll switch right over to that one. Rich, how are you doing? Stu Man is in as well. I should imagine if it happened there, something blinked back. So yeah, if we're out on location as well, when I'm not in the safety of my house, but that's half of the fun for you guys, getting to watch me go full Scooby-Doo. Lethal as well, coming in with the gifts. Dan, how are you there? The spinning there, going to make you seasick there. A shame it's a cloudy there. Am I seeing light pollution? So we're quite good for light pollution here, but yeah, this is clouds at the minute. So we've got a very low light lens. Oh look, there's a plane just over there. Wonder what what is, guys. It should say on our thing. Look, you can just see it moving over there. I hope it's a plane, because if not, I don't know, it'll come up on our flight radar in a minute. I don't think the on-screen flight radar is working. Yeah, there we go. I wonder if it's working on the app. We'll see. Zoom out. No, these ones have been playing up lately. I need to fix those. Anyway, a little bit of a distraction there. So yeah, no, this is the lens itself lets in so much light, so we have a chance of seeing those faint objects that are up there within the atmosphere that, you know, not necessarily emitting light, they're just reflecting a little bit of light that we are getting back to us. But it does mean the clouds look a bit yellow. So this is dark outside to my eye, but it's letting in all that light. Now, when we do get the cloud cover like this, it just, yeah, it washes out. But the clouds are moving fast, and it is due to be clear, and so hopefully we'll hang out there. But yeah, make sure you're following, subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, and then you'll get those notifications when we go live with other sky watches. We have had such a run of clear skies, haven't we, lady? We've seen some fantastic things. I'm sure they're just around the corner again. Lee Scott, how are you doing? We're all good here. And so, how do you feel about nuking another planet outside our galaxy to see if we get a response? Oh, to do it as a sort of just to see if anybody wakes up. I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, just the sheer weight of the time, you know, that's a very long time. I mean, it's a safe distance, isn't it? Hey, have you seen the stuff about Mars, though? You know, there is evidence to suggest that Mars was massively nuked a very long time ago. Very interesting one there. And 1-3, yeah, we are 2 minutes, but well, so we're live, but because we're behind in the chat, so I make sure I'm reading all the messages. We're on TikTok and we're on YouTube at the same time, so we normally get a response time. So I'll make sure I read everybody's messages. But at the minute, we're 8 minutes behind in the chat read, but it is live. It's just that I'm going through all the messages. And Glastonbury Tour is on the list of places to visit there, but I reckon it must only be about 30 miles. It's not far, Stu. It kind of is. It's not on the main tour list, but it is one that I want to do. I need to scout it out during the day. Because, yeah, I mean, it's definitely been on our local list, but I don't know if it's on the main tour list. I think it would be pretty cool to do either way. I haven't been up there since I was a kid. Also, it depends how likely are we to be left alone up there at night if we're doing a stream. That was my main one. But I think it's definitely got to be on some form of our local one, being so close there. And Kate there, everything's done. Doc's messed up the meds. Again, there's no change to keep on the firewood. So what? So basically, all your hard work because they've messed up the meds. Oh my God, Kate. Oh. And also interested with a different chemical-based planet and how it would react. Oh yeah, I wonder there. You know, I mean, we could probably, you know, probably have some idea, but yeah, you do wonder all these things there. And sure, how are we doing there? Check out the Star Wars on the $10 budget. I keep seeing that pop up on my feeds of things, and I'm like, that looks hilarious. Don't click on it. I will have to do it there. Oh, they've stopped working. So that's something they can fix. Is it just that they screwed up? Please tell me that's the case there. A few of us jumped out dressed as aliens will persuade Pete. Well, that or he's being chased off by the stags in heat. That was the other one there. And now, but what is this about David G? Yes, that was it. It was one of our in the chat was mentioned and said that there is a. That Grush has been confirmed as disinformation, and I've heard some people claiming it, but I haven't heard the confirmation of it yet. I thought it was a bit performative. See, he didn't ring those bells for me. Lou Elizondo, 100%, but I didn't get like those. Definitely always a possibility, but I didn't get it. Supposedly some documentation leaks. All talk there at the moment, but I hope my instinct was correct there. Never been able to stand him. He always seems. See, that's exactly how I felt about Elizondo, but I didn't get any internal triggers from Grush at all. And it's definitely possible, especially in this day and age, especially with ex-intelligence people. You're never going to know. I don't think any trust. I think it's going to be difficult. But if that is the case, I did not pick up anything in the gut sense at all with him. So that's going to be an interesting one there. And it's not impossible. No, it's not impossible, but I think it would take a very, very long time there. And AB there, do you think reverse engineering programs have been successful? This is a good question. So yes or no on anything I find very, very, very difficult, but I would say I'm more comfortable. I feel quite strongly towards crash craft have been recovered. Whether that means that there are extraterrestrial visitors here all the damn time or not, I don't know. It could have been a historical one there. I feel like maybe they've had a play around, maybe they've learnt a couple of bits here and there, but I don't think they've got anything. Oh God, that is really bloody cloudy tonight. Isn't it? It is meant to clear, but how much do we trust the weather reports? So yeah, I would say maybe to some degree, but I would be very surprised if it was full on. If it was the real 100% we could build a craft that can cross the galaxy sort of stuff there. New crash images on the moon is out. What from the crash the other day? Because we've been waiting for those there. Oh, the UHF antenna, 460 megahertz on your roof. That's that. Technically, it's the old TV antenna for the neighbour there. Can I repurpose it, Harco, for anything useful if I went up there? And Crash as Corbell energy there, except nowhere near as obnoxious. See, I didn't as a Corbell. Yeah, I get the obnoxious vibes from him. Grush, like, if I was to put a criticism towards him, and I don't naturally get the instinct to, but like, it would be that if he was wrong about his statements, it would be that he was maybe being set up to push that. Like, he was shown things that he would perceive that they were being real in that sense. But yeah, very, very interesting. Ultimately, though, as disinformation, what does that mean for the whole thing? If that is the case, and they are actively putting these disinformation out with that sort of knowledge, is it because they like the UFO? There's nothing to it, but they like having that conversation up there as a distraction? Or is it that there is something to it, but they want to control the narrative more, or put us off of the actual specifics there? What's that in what? Is it your TV aerial? That is technically it's my neighbour's TV aerial, but I can point it around to me. I don't think you'll see me because it's so bright, but I think I can point it to the room. One day I will wave. Katie's in over on the tubes. Hold on, let me go down a bit. That's the garden. Ooh. As soon as you see the missus in the living room in a second. Ooh, no, wrong way. And the left and right are reversed, but the up and down is correct. It's not going to be too bright, is it? All that is quite bright, yeah. Okay, we won't do that. We don't want to blind you guys. We'll do it on a night where I can turn the settings down. Oh, a little bit. That's make me go there. And Indigo there. Evening, everyone. It's a screen funny angle. It's cool. It is very, very cloudy tonight there. And, Nipper there, what about high precise lasers there? It's going to travel faster. So, the laser will travel at the speed of light. So, if you're doing galaxy to galaxy, that is still 100 million light years. So, it's 100 million amount of years for that laser light to send there. That is, as far as we know, the speed limit of the universe. And there are some interesting cases to think that might be the case. Now, are there workarounds? Things like warp drive, wormhole sounds very sci-fi futuristic, doesn't it? But it is more than possible. So maybe that could be a way to circumvent it like that. If you could bend space and time around you, if you have enough energy, you can literally get space to move rather than you. That is a bit of a workaround. But laser light, I mean, there's definitely an effective method of communication. A recent paper by a scientist, I think he's doing his postdoc, basically thinks he's seen evidence of lasers being shone at us right now, which is pretty interesting there. Yeah, it's just not quite right. So it's the angles as well. So where it doesn't quite perfectly go up, the thing. The camera doesn't not full on night, so I have to tilt it back so we can get the up. But then it means as it goes round on the corner, it is slanted more. It's central in the middle, but it's set back. So yeah, it goes off there. That is why there. Rio, how are you doing? I'm feeling better. I am, but not fully, but we get there. It's the area we're at. And I have not seen them short. I'll have to look out for them. AB, do you think the resident... No, I've done that one there. I got to Rio, and it's cool to think we are watching people fly past. Just doing stuffs. It is great when you're zooming in. You realize people. I think that with the International Space Station when it goes over, there are people up there. That always blows my mind. Lethal as well, coming in with the gifts and feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate those guys. All goes back into the stream. Help us improve what we are doing. Where are we going? Sorry, I need to find myself on the chat so I don't miss anybody here. Somewhere around here. There's people floating out there. And don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you up there. I do appreciate that, guys, who do choose to give us a like. It's how more and more people reach us, find us. You never know who's going to come in and what experience of the phenomena that they are going to share. But if you are just joining us, do say hello. Let us know where you're all watching from tonight. There, make sure you're following, subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, because we are on pretty much every night. And we want you to get those messages when we go live on a clearer night. It is due to clear, but we're just going to wait for those clouds to pass. Hopefully it's not going to rain on the camera. And down here as well, and spinning around Master. In the case of David Grush there, I've watched several meetings and he's always referred to what his superiors allowed him to say. And surely if you're going to blow the whistle, you would let rip with everything. I kind of, that's what I feel. It's like, well, if you're going to say it, you've got to go out with it, haven't you there? I think a lot of them, their excuse is that they try and tread the line of certain things are okay to say versus that there's like degrees of it, like they're going to get in serious trouble with this versus not. So, or that they're not allow they don't want to give them enough for them to be successful in any legal attempt to shut them up or lock them up or even execute in some cases. So they kind of get it through. I think they do it for the DOPSA process, which is that they can present statements. So if they're writing a book, for example, they can say, this is my book, send it in, and they'll read through it and they'll approve what they can say within it. So technically, if it's been said within that manuscript, they're allowed to publicly say it, and things apparently get signed off that way. But it doesn't. Yeah, it feels like surely you're telling people you've seen aliens. So surely that is against the practice. You would have thought. Drewski as well coming in with the gifts there. Paul, just getting your messages now there. And what of your cam is live? So where is your cam? Can we access it? Can we have a look at it? Whereabouts is it there, one? And Mr. Gree, not whistleblowing if you're holding a back. Yeah, I feel like mixed on this, because it's like that is a lot. If you imagine you are a genuine whistleblower and you want to come out of that, technically it's treason, and penalty of death, let alone all the stuff that they talk about doing behind the scenes to try and bump you off. So that's quite a lot of pressure. So I don't know what I'd be like in that situation there. We have a delay there. So, well, there is a delay coming into YouTube, but it's mostly the delay in the chat because I'm reading through it. And we want the meat, not the bones. Well, I do. I 100% do, but I'm not paying the price for it, am I? If the difference is he can be generalised in certain statements and not, penalty of death or, incarceration. And that is the difference between, that and the details. And it's not, I want it, but, I'm not paying the price there. Drunk cam there, grand. And the highest in the southwest, it's clear. Oh, okay. So if it's clear for you in the southwest there, then we have a chance still of it clearing. It does say it is going to clear with the weather, and it was clear literally before we came on the stream. It's typical. And lethal there, Saturn be at its closest point to the Earth on the 24th. Oh, I wonder what that's going to look like for us if we're going to catch that in the evening, if it's in the right alignment there. And Logic, how are we there? Fellow Sky Weirdos, I've arrived and the kettle is on there. You're prepared to misidentify several aircraft and the odd seagull. Before something genuinely strange happens. Hey, they're the warm-ups. It's the practice there. And as A up says there, thank you, Paul. The support is always very, very, very much appreciated there. We need to return the favour, Paul. You have to let us know how we can do that one. We shall, as welcome aboard. Good to see you in. I'm 14 minutes behind in the chat at the minute, guys. That means, because I'm reading through everybody's messages, it takes me that long to get through. We'll quieten down. It's not going to be a busy one tonight. Oh, it's darker. Hold on, let me just see if that's... does that mean it's clearing? No, it's just the edge of the camera. Come on. Where's the next gap in the clouds? Oh, that's thinning out. There we go. It's thinning out now, guys. And where are we? Stop. Was it eyeing up your neighbour in a bathroom? Luckily, it's a bloke, but in this day and age, going to get a reputation there. Well, that's one of the main reasons I don't want to put the actual permanent all-sky camera on my roof. I think everybody's going, why have you got a camera on your roof? And might put the words weather watch around it so nobody thinks it's an invasion of privacy there. Oh, near the race course there over at Bath. Yeah, that means we should get some clear skies. It does seem to be thinning now. It's amazingly clear. It was earlier. It was fantastic. It was a 10 out of 10 clarity when we came on there. Oh, one there. You're going to have to mute it if that's not for you there, one. And very high above the sea level compared to most. Ooh, so maybe that's affected there. And where are we down here? And real is relative there, one. Real is relative. And why haven't anyone tried putting a setup on the moon there? You don't get no light up there. Well, they're talking about that, aren't they? For the radio side of things. So the radio... oh my God, words. Radio astronomy. There we go. So the idea, if they put a big dish on the backside of the moon there, because there's no Earth-based signals, it's shielded from all of our radio interference, that can pick up much, much, much more sensitive, signals coming out from deep space or things like that. I need to mute that one. So they are thinking it from that point of view. Oh, what F ratio, Nugsy? You know what? I don't know. It's very low. I think it's sub F1, but I can't actually remember there. No, it's definitely lower than that, but it was a cheaper Chinese one, but that's why I never remember it, because it's just numbers and letters, numbers after letters. But I think it is 0.95 maybe, something like that there. And well, tell us what you found. We've seen many anomalous things. Don't know what they are, but what we can do is we can filter out the strange. We can filter out the mainstream explanations there. So we can filter out a lot of the time satellites, shooting stars, planes, drones, all that sort of stuff. But then, what are the strange things we see? That is the next question. We can't say with the evidence that we get. We can't say it is ET from flying from A to B. But what else it is there? The Apache and an Airbus is all going on at the minute there. Oh, the jellyfish. I don't know how I feel fully on those ones there. A400 as well in the skies. Good spot in there, guys. Oh, it's an EasyJet flight as well. God, these are normally very clear skies at night there. Is that your 8 minutes or my 8 minutes? So, my 8 minutes. Well, I'm 14 minutes now. So I think we need to focus on energy before trying to keep into the space race. So, well, I think it's probably going to be the same thing. I really do. There, Jasu, how are you doing there? It looks so cool setup there. Do you use some kind of software to help this? So, Jasu, welcome in. Thank you for the question. Hopefully you're still around. Takes me a while to get to the messages. 13 minutes behind now, so we're winding down those. Where are you joining us from? So, yeah, we do. We've not switched it on at the second because we've got the clouds in the way, but we may have seen it a few minutes ago before the clouds rolled in. We've got the tracking software that we're trying to improve that helps, basically just follows the movement across the screen, helping us to identify the strange from the less strange there. The more man-made there. Or was it the latest Star Trek Brave New World episode? One goes back to Mars 65 billion years ago, and it had a thriving spacefaring civilization. So that I've heard somebody mention this. I haven't seen that episode myself. And Beth, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? I haven't seen it for myself, but it's interesting that the media now is kind of posing those ideas, because Mars is a little bit close to home. People might go, oh, that's a bit ridiculous. There's no civilization, or never has been a civilization on Mars. But there is actually a hell of a lot of evidence that points towards that. It's not conclusive, but there's a hell of a lot. Mars is a very, very interesting place. I don't think our understanding of it is really touching the sides at all. There, Beth as well, coming in with the gifts. And
nom nom nom. Thanks,
Alan,
guys.
Appreciate getting fed there, Lee. The next space race is a settlement. I think so. And anything that gets us there. All cloudy in Cardiff, sadly, there. But it's Bath's all right in a second. Hello, darling. You okay? You're a cuddle. Well, I'm 14 minutes behind the chat, sorry. You'll have to do it yourself. Yeah, and honestly, it looks like all my hardware is behaving as Mr. What? What ran the other way? Oh, you're tickling me, sorry. I've just cut my hair. I'll hug you afterwards. Well, I'm not 14 minutes behind. Yeah, it looks like a hardware. So it's messing everything. What? Does that mean you can go back to not having to do the hard work there? You're going to get the clouds. And Kate as well, I've got to up certain men's now to see what works. Priority is sorting the fire road. Jesus, the fire road's a big one as well, isn't it? Oh my God. Well, I'm trying to wrap my head around that one. Hopefully it means there may be some other options, if that interaction was it there, and pollution can cause that. So we want to start trying the cloud busting stuff there. The fire can affect the kidney function. Oh, so maybe by solving that you could solve some of the others. Interesting. Oh, the grid's going off there, spotting the clouds. Bet the valleys are as clear as hell. Interesting. I did not pay attention to our weather, our skies, the seasonality of these things until doing this, and obviously, surprise, I have a reason to now. But yeah, the things you learn about the nuances of this, just like the fact that it can be clear all day, but certain atmospheric conditions will mean as soon as it gets dark, cools down, boom, clouds. I thought it was personal for the longest time there. Drewski, how are you doing there? Yeah, we survived work, Drew. We survived. How have you been? And it is very hard. Well, the light pollution alone, even when you do get a clear sky, there's not much to see. Right, once they sort the fire out, kidney function could possibly improve more. Now that, okay, is frustrating, but it's good news, ultimately, I think. It's a better possibility set. And, I say, restore voter, I found your chat interesting. We don't do the politics here, but as a quick guide, if you're on the left, you think I'm right. If you're on the right, you think I'm left. Yeah, nobody likes me on that front. And where are we down there? Better than expect, Kate, that is good. That, I think, is good news. And out there, David G, I thought he was going to be a good one there, and I didn't, and also didn't get my spidey senses tingling. Yeah, I mean, look, this is I'll hold out, because this is the thing. We can't make the judgments fully. We can let the rumour inform our decisions. Maybe I won't start betting money on him coming out with everything the abject truth. But, again, innocent till proven guilty, how we work. But it is interesting. It's not necessarily just somebody's feeling there. If there is apparently leaked stuff, then that could be a bit more plausible. Oh, and spinning around Mars there. Regarding Mars, the isotope Xenon 129 was detected at 2 major impact sites, just about one each end of the canyon there. The Xenon 129 is not naturally occurring isotope. So, yeah, this is talking about Mars potentially being nuked, that there is evidence that there was maybe a big nuclear bomb on Mars. There is Xenon, and there's also another one that's associated with nuclear explosions. Now, this particular isotope can only be formed either in a supernova, which is a big spacey thing, or in a high-speed nuclear reaction there. So a hydrogen bomb, not even an atom bomb, a hydrogen bomb is the only way that we know to make it. Now, we know Mars hasn't had a supernova, like the effects of that, because the rest of the solar system, they're big, that's how it works. So the only way for this isotope to be there, and remember, it's in high abundance there, much more than we see here on Earth. So the only way for it to be there, as far as we know, is a hydrogen bomb. Basically, I think they did the maths that this bomb would have had to have been the size it's either the size of Manhattan or the size of the Empire State Building, a very large nuclear weapon. And we also go, well, Mars lost its atmosphere for some strange reason. Maybe 2 and 2, but it does seem to be about one of the impact sites does seem to be above directly the area where all of the face is. There, New Cydonia, the pyramids, all of those potential pieces of evidence as well. It's very, very compelling. And it's an ex-NASA scientist, the one that made that connection and went and kind of brought it out publicly. We're getting a few. Can we go up a bit? No, that's down. Let's see if we can get a bit more of a gap behind those clouds. And Logic, I wonder if there would be any activity in the Mac Loop in Wales there. Light pollution would be next to nothing. Or will it be a great place to look for? Wales does seem to be heavily connected to the phenomenon. We've got a few places over there that are on our list for our tour there. Oh, how are you doing, OGV? Good to see you in. And Paul as well, the government are playing all of us there. And intelligence types tend to be psychopathic traits, which often means pathological liars. So Paul, 100%, this is something that we do have to consider with all of those people there, even if they're on our side, even if they're telling us what we want to do, that especially, as you say, with intelligence people. And I could see it more with Elizondo there. One of the things we said is, once a company man, always a company man. Really kind of fitted with him. But I think he was a bit more obvious. Like, his behaviour, his speech definitely fitted in for me. So it didn't. So whereas Grush, I don't know. He seemed to be... He didn't press buttons for me. Like, I know people like that in life, like how they talk, and it's, like he didn't. But again, we're subjective, doesn't mean we're right. So it's interesting. And M82, how are you doing? Good to see you in. Sorry I'm so far behind already in the chat. It will quieten down because obviously we've got a few clouds, so just need to catch up. As far as we know, Xenon 129 is only available following a nuclear detonation. Exactly. And why did Elon Musk say nuclear could reactivate Mars? So I can't remember the specific chemistry of it, but he did, hence the Nuke Mars statement. How are we doing, Captain? Thank you for the gift. Good to see you. Yeah, so it was, I think, wasn't it to melt the ice caps or something, get enough water into the atmosphere, might, start to churn it. I can't remember the specific chemistry he was hoping to trigger. I liked it as a statement. It just sounds very big, sounds very bold. Let's get something done. Whether it would be helpful, don't know. And don't have power to impose it. Well, not yet. And Mr. Sheen, how are you doing there as well? And DLB, I want to marry an alien and have children. Some people do claim to have that experience. Guys, if you're new here, we're trying to do a UFO, UAP, Skywatch, but the clouds have rolled in. They are thinning, so they should clear. So bear with us and hold on tight. There are some fantastically clear skies behind those bloody clouds when they shift. But yeah, we're looking out for UFO, UAP, all of those strange things in the night sky. Do say hello. Let us know where you're all watching from tonight. Said we are coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stone Henge. So these skies are normally very active. So do say hello, ask away any questions. I'm 17 minutes behind in the chat, but we will get to you there. Trevor is in too. And Short, do you think the assassin action attempts on Trump are linked to him trying to release the files or some other political reasons? The trouble with whistleblowers is you don't know whether genuine or planted. That is another, it is probably inherent with that sort of thing, isn't it? let's just see if we can follow this gap for a little bit. I don't know if it was necessary, because Trump strikes me as the sort of person that would do what he's doing now with this stuff based on if he thinks it's an easy win, if he's going to get a few points. What I've heard as well, he's not personally very interested in the subject, so he's not doing it on a moral crusade. It's just because he probably gets some brownie points, which works in our favour. Great. So I think, if he thought that was a serious threat to him that way, I think he probably would just drop it, which might be why they're slowing down with the file releases there. And we'd never be able to travel that quick. Well, no. In theory, we couldn't go to light speed, not fully. You'd need infinite energy. Apparently, they think we could get quite close, but it's still an energy problem. And Lee there, so I went away for a minute there. Just had to order my, T-shirt. Oh, Lee, thank you. Very, very kind. Appreciate that. Which one did you go for? Is it a logo? I'm wearing the Skywatch one tonight. I appreciate that one, Lee. There, I want to see pictures. So, guys, if you do choose to support us by, merch, link in bio, one of our T-shirt collections, which we've got when it loads. There we go. That's our tour T-shirt. That's the book. But when you do take a picture of yourself in it, especially if you're on holiday somewhere, and post it in the merch showcase section on our Discord, and then it will bring up here. You can see all of you guys on stream there, wearing utilising all of your cool things. So now holiday season is upon us. I'm expecting to see a few from around the world there. And appreciate that one, Lee. Very, very kind. And anyone heard from Simon? Not in a while, sadly. So I hope Simon's quietly watching. I hope he's okay. There. Sheen, I've married one. She's a proper weird. I've had a few people say similar. And maybe the hybridization, maybe they are amongst us there. Intro, we can break down the the Protoss. Is that why I want to nuke it? There. And hey, good night and bad nights. Exactly, it happens there. Why is the sky orange, Mr. Sheen? Good question. V coming in with the gifts. Thank you for those, V. All goes back into the stream. So basically, this lens, where it lets in so much light, it also has a bit of a byproduct where it basically kind of amplifies certain tones. So like that one there, you're not going to see it properly here, but if I zoom in on it. There we go. Zoom mode most activated. Of the time, you can see it's a bit purple there. It kind of really eggs on that purple when it is that sort of brightness there. So yeah, it kind of amplifies it a little bit there. And Nepal, we still think we are the stupid civilization. They're the past. We're probably more advanced. Could well be. I don't know where I feel. I think it's look, we're getting some activity, guys, behind the clouds now with those gaps. Look, we've got one there, one just went up there. And one little one there. So it is objects like this that we need to see. We need to follow them along. We need to see them stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course or trajectory, because that tells us for sure that we are looking at something a little bit strange. Just turn up the brightness, get some of those stars in the background. There, go another one up there. Yeah, so we need to see that behaviour so we can tell them apart from all of the many, many man-made objects, satellites up there. V coming in with the shares as well. Appreciate that. Said it all helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves. You never know who's going to come in and what experience with the phenomena they are going to share. And if we don't spot something, if you call out the grid reference in the chat, it will trigger the box on screen there, drawing our eye to it. Do try and predict the square it's going to be in if it's moving, because there is a little bit of a delay on it. And I still think, so I don't know whether it was like a different type of advanced, or whether we got to a higher level. Like, I don't know if we're stupid. I would say that we're just at our level on the evolution tree. We ain't got there yet. We're like a toddler isn't stupid. They're a toddler, but if you're trying to compare them to an adult, they're stupid, I think it's kind of like that with us. It will be clear. Hopefully, we're going to have to walk there. And Buffy, Dwarf 3 has an AI that can see through certain clouds when observing the moon, but it can't see the stars like the camera in low light. Oh, can it not? It's weird they even admitting to leaving features out on purpose. I suppose paid upgrade. That is interesting. I would just have assumed it would have been much better for all across the board like that. I do want to get one because it has a UFO tracking mode. I mean, just anything that's moving, it tracks within the atmosphere. But wouldn't it be cool, guys, to have this and the Dwarf 3, and then as we're zooming in like we did on Vega or the moon, maybe just go, let's have a super zoom. Let's go right in, switch to that. I watched Interstellar and it gave me anxiety. What bit, Nipper? Because for me, it's mostly the spinning. Any films like that sets my vertigo. I light off there. Shannon, how are you doing? Good to see you in. Shannon shared this other live. Good to see you there. She linked the cameras across Britain. Oh, Mr. Sheen, yeah. I'd like to do it with the dishes. Definitely, we do an alien radio signal hunt on the cloudy nights when we don't think we're going to get a chance. Kind of like the film Contact, listening out on the hydrogen line, hoping to hear a message from ET, where the wow signal was heard, all that sort of stuff. If you link dishes, you can actually amplify the effect. It's called an array. But yeah, I'm definitely open, especially for people with cameras, different parts of the world, because obviously, you know, with seasonality of these things, with weather, it'd be good to still be able to make sure we get a clear view, even if it isn't directly local. Here is a bit of a hotspot, and it's great for that, but I would also, you know, like to be able to switch to some clearer skies when the British weather does what British weather does. And apparently Mars was stripped of its atmosphere as a sentence passed down for past sins. Those in the know fled to Earth before the nuclear annihilation took place. It is very, very interesting in there. And Drewski is coming in with the shares. We still do not know about why it lost its atmosphere. You know, was it a natural process? Is it because, you know, it doesn't have a strong magnetic field? But you don't need a magnetic field to protect it. That is always what they said, the solar winds have stripped it away. But Venus has got an atmosphere with no magnetic field. So it's not quite, you know, was it some catastrophic event there that called it, you know, did, you know, what they feared when blowing up nuclear weapons on this planet, although much smaller? I thought it could ignite the atmosphere. Maybe that's what happened on Mars. Or as you say there, maybe it was more, you know, passed down, maybe there was time. Maybe that's where we come from. There is a lot of evidence to say that life in a sort of a very least a bacterial, but you know, that sort of sense, in a cellular sense, came from Mars. There's a lot of evidence for that one, that life didn't necessarily start here on Earth. And the atmospheres could be brought back with a nuclear master. Something, yeah, I can't remember how he said it, but it's along those lines. But actually, it turns out that the soil of Mars might actually be the thing to get it back there. Something in the soil there called perchlorates, which are essentially, it's like you're washing up powder. It's like a bleachy sort of substance. It's in the soil everywhere. So it's kind of toxic to us, so we wouldn't be able to touch it if we were there. We wouldn't be able to grow crops in it. So it's been viewed as a bit of a pain. But we now know that there is a type of bacteria that feeds off of that produces oxygen. So in theory, what you could do is you could get this, release the bacteria, it will feed on all of that, create an oxygen which might help with the atmosphere there. So that could be the way it could terraform itself there. Scotland has been having sightings there. IMAG. Excellent. What sort of sightings? Has it been a bit busier lately? I know Scotland has quite a lot of sightings. So generally, it is a bit of it's Scotland, Wales, Ireland. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or that it's less light pollution because they're not as densely populated. But they do seem to have really high sightings. So is it a bit of a flap going on at the minute there? A red dwarf looks cloudy tonight there. It does a bit tonight. And why is so many people thinking Interstellar is so good there? It's not very... I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. What is it you didn't like about it? Easy enough for us to demand evidence. That is, I try and remember that. Problem is, I've got the petulant toddler inside of me. So doing this stream is a really good chance to try and check myself, because I'm not as civilized like that normal. Day to day, I am like, Frank, give me the evidence like that. But this is a chance for me to kind of check my own behaviour. They're clear in Hereford. Sure, like that. Hopefully we have a chance of it clearing properly for us there. Shannon coming in with the gifts as well. Yeah, so it is thinning out now, so I do think it is going to pay off for us, and it is lovely and clear behind those clouds there, but we might just have to patiently wait for a little bit longer. But what else would we be doing there? And it's clear down in Cornwall there, so hopefully it comes your way. Get outside and go, blow it east. Blow it east for us there. Oh, not clear in Plymouth, though. We're going to get the weather reports in on the ground there, but it is windy. Where are we? Down here. So it should clear. I think it is, though. Yeah, so we do have to talk fast because we are very many messages behind. Otherwise, we do not get through them all. And we're across 2 chats tonight. So we're across TikTok and YouTube as well. So we're 19 minutes behind the chat. So we have to pass it through. And logic there, my neighbour across the road was watching Corn in his living room at about 6 p.m. last night. Curtains and windows open. He is a stranger, but the Facebook post someone made about it was hilarious. Oh, Corn. That is poor guy there. You know, what you curious of what type now? Hopefully it does come the way to Plymouth as well. There's Shannon as well, coming in with the gifts. Very, very kind of you there, Shannon. All goes back into the stream. How are you there? Seeing the UFOs tonight in the last couple of days. So we were off last night, but the previous ones, was you here for the strange space worms that we were seeing on the streamer there? Clouds have cleared slightly. It's looking better for us. It is looking better, but it might take a while for us there. Alan is in as well. And Nipper there. Did you know if aliens looked at our planet from another galaxy, they would still see the Roman Empire? So, Nipper, yeah. It depends on their distance. You know, and if they had a powerful enough telescope. So, Marcus coming in with super. Marcus, very, very kind there. Very appreciated. August back in there. Very close now to our goal for our on location. Very kind of you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. How are you, Marcus, there? But yeah, so because the speed of light, and that is the light, so the light that leaves our planet, which would display the image of what is on the surface. If the further away you go back, so if you want to look back, so the Roman Empire was, say, 2,000 years. It wasn't. It was, what, 1,500 years ago, 16, something like that. But, what, okay, 1,600 years. So you need to go 1,600 light years away from us. And if there's a planet around a star there, if they were looking back right now in powerful, they would see the end of the Roman Empire. You know, so you go, excuse the flashes, guys. So, yeah, they would see that. It's really interesting. Well, far enough back, you'd see the dinosaurs as well. And... where are we? Lilac there. Breaking news, Prince Harry and Meghan to move back to the UK. Oh my God, no, you can keep them. Jesus. That didn't work out for them, did it? And Jolly, how are you doing tonight? If you stand on top of the Great Wall of China, you can see the moon. Facts. Where are we? Down here as well. Yeah, sadly, got to give up on him. Miss Queen, every Christmas Charles does his... yeah, we had a good one for a while there. It's Megan and Megan Alan. She's going to run off with Alan. That's where it's been. It's perfect from your dark skies. It's in... Volpikalia. I can never get the names right there. Oh, it's clearing, guys. It's clearing. Hold on, how much is it clearing by? Let's not get too excited. It's a gap, but the gaps are getting bigger. That is the sign of it working there. They're lizards. I don't know where I stand on that one yet, but I'm open to it. I won't write anything off there. No one replaced Diana. And there's still reptiles, asked David Icke. I listened to David Icke recently because he was one that he was a bit too far down the rabbit hole for me. But I thought, you know what, given everything that's going on, like maybe I could revisit that and I might be more open to the things. And it was really interesting. I still wasn't fully down the rabbit hole, but I think it's like the observations are correct. There's something going on there, but I think the conclusions might be, you know, imperfect along the lines. It's still worth listening to. What's going on? Getting worse on Earth there. We need to go to space, even just large orbital platforms, and we have that capability. Well, it's getting the mass to orbit, isn't it? There, it's so expensive for us to get mass up there. It'd be really, really tricky to do it. We need different technology for that one. And D1 to A4, another really fast-moving cloud there. Good spot in there, Drewski. And what chemicals produce that? That's a good question. V, when I tap the screen, it keeps coming up someone called Joan's profile. Well, Joan, looks like you've made a new friend with V there. And where are we? Guys, if you are over on the TikTok especially, make sure you give us a follow there, because we are a couple of followers away from 9,000 there. So we want to push past that one tonight. But generally speaking, guys, make sure you're following, subscribed, whatever it is, wherever you are, because we are on pretty much every night. Clear skies, or when we think it's going to be clear. It's the UFO UAP Skywatch, right from the heart of Crop Circle country here in Wiltshire in the UK. Cloudy nights, it's the alien radio signal hunt there, where we search for messages from ET on the channel on the radio dial that scientists think we are most likely to hear them. And if the moon is up, as it will be soon, we can do this and look at the moon and see all the strange things on there as well. So we're always looking for evidence of the phenomena. And they're all branding back together as the light forces are here kicking reptilian arse. Could be an explanation for it there. Coyote as well there. Thank you for coming in with a follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? And where are we down here? Scottish as well. Is it 8? A8. Oh, we don't think we've got an 8. The A4? Keep an eye on those ones there. Tijo there, where is the Orni? Oh, what's the Orni? That name rings a bell. Is that a Stargate reference? The problem is we all just talk there and nothing more. Well, look at what people do rather than what people say. It's always a good indicator there. But yeah, actions, it does seem to be a lot harder. Just turn up the brightness, see some of those stars in the background. I'm going to try and put in the tracker on, see it, but it normally gets confused with the clouds. So it might help us, but we'll see how it goes there. And dinosaurs wouldn't be an issue now even there. We are a dangerous species. Well, yeah, if obviously now we're advanced. If they appeared, we could easily handle that, I think, not on an individual basis. But apparently, yeah, there's obviously the Earth was more oxygen rich. So their lungs now, if you redid a Jurassic Park, they wouldn't support the size of the creature. That they would need to have, like, a different respiratory system to get enough oxygen in. They'll just keel over. And close, some ETs are reptiles, some others are different light beings. Yeah, I could go with that one. And let's pay honour to Nick Pope. But actually, Sean, 100%, yeah. So very, very sadly lost. There we go. The tracker's kicking off. It won't last long, guys. There we go. See, it loses it. Or at the clouds. But definitely sorely missed there. That was a surprise as well. Not much notice. And what about drilling for fossil fuel there? And to burn loads of it there. We've all got to have a hobby. I don't know. It's a complicated one. Like, I think the problem is the amount that we know about everything that's going on is always actually really limited. So to try and make big decisions based on the information that we have. So I caught one the other day, and it was this paper from a Russian scientists there that basically they were trying to prove the point that there's a shooting star just went across there. Awesome. The actual what we think where the fossil fuels come from, the idea that old plant life from whatever period was decomposed and over billions of years become oil, which funnily enough was before bacteria, because that's why it didn't break down. It had to do it in this sort of way anyway. That actually didn't come from that, but it is self-replenishing through the natural processes of the earth. And you think, you go, oh, for God's sake, talk about any which way to get to try and get away from not switching from the fossil fuels there. But when I was watching this, and the paper I think is crap, but they did say that no, that actually is what happens to some degree. They just don't think it happens a lot. I never knew that. I never knew that to some degree the Earth naturally produced crude oil. I can't remember how it said it does it. And the question is how much, rather than live there. So maybe I mean, obviously the consequences of burning is one thing, but maybe the supply isn't the issue, as crazy as it sounds. I definitely think it is still at the minute, but it shows you like how little our understandings of these things is based upon. Oh, there we go, that is clearing up. Let's go down a bit. Let's make the most of that sky there we go. Right, whereabouts have we got? Let's have a look. Have we got more of a prettier night sky anywhere? There you go. We'll do here for the second. There we go. Your patience, guys, has paid off. We've got a lovely, lovely clear sky there. Scottish, hello from Scotland. Good to have you in. Seen nothing strange in those skies. It's a liking now, it is. And I bet my kids are aliens there. Then again, the hubs is a Yeti. It's the crossbreeding there. I reckon Yetis are aliens. They're apparently interdimensional, though, if you look into it. And moving from the PC to the TV, so I won't be in the chat as much. Our logic, no worries there. You're always welcome. Still, though, if you do spot anything that we totally miss, you've got to keep an eye on it. And what if we all made a massive array across the south of England? Have we just had... Sorry, tubers there. It looks like we had a little bit of a TikTok sulk, a literally YouTube sulk. I might have to sever the TikTok side of things if that gets worse. Sorry. Hopefully it's sorted itself out now. But I think a little bit of a disconnect there. But yeah, the idea that we could crowdsource this in this modern era, now that technology is affordable, I think that would be absolutely awesome to do, because the power that would give us, I would love to do that, I think. And what do you have to remember about all of these ex-military men who have their UAP stories is most were in the CIA, Mission Information Unit, at some point in their careers. Lou Alessandro, Richard Doty, yes, definitely for those. I mean, they're very, very public. I suppose the ones I find more interesting are the pilots, because they're not necessarily as linked to it there, have the connections. Topping up their pension nicely, I imagine there. I really like this, but I did too. And Johnny Dinosaurs are fake. All of them. You see UFO, all Scottish. Describe it. Would love to hear about that. Was it like a light in the sky acting strangely? Was it your classic saucer-shaped craft or something like that? Yeah, I don't think it's as hard as we think. I don't think it's definitely impossible, but we'd have to figure out how we could track all the alignment. It's definitely possible, and as technology's moving on, I'd have to figure out some hardware things. And I love Americans. A picture about Trump. He's just a face. He doesn't control anything. Well, that's good degree. I think, yeah, across the board with it all. Starmer's just a puppet. Yeah, to a degree. And, oh, yeah, I need to reorder my Team Allen t-shirt. You'll just lose another one there, Kate. What about the Netanyahu reading the New Rome? And America is the New Rome, and they want to destroy it as a payback for the Egyptians. What? That is crazy, Alan, there. Not surprising, though, for it there. And Blue Nose, you've joined the fan club for a year. So you've been with us for a year. God, we're getting so many people now hitting their year with us. You wouldn't expect it. You know, people would get bored. But, well, thank you, Blue Nose. That is absolutely awesome for being with us this long. And everybody else that's been with us that long as well. And did someone just say the protocols of the elders? What was that? A3, I can see a star. Yeah, it's cleared now. How are you doing, Shannon? Just getting your messages now. And Benjamin there. So, what is it? Good question. So, we are looking tonight. We're following or trying to track, although it keeps having salts, these sort of objects. Now it's cleared. These sort of things. We're going to see lots of them flying around in the night sky. Most of them, sadly, are going to be man-made satellites. We need to see them. Oops, there it is. Stop dead, shoot off at speed, change course or trajectory to know for sure that it is something strange, something anomalous. Until it does that, then we don't know. It's just not giving us information to see otherwise. It doesn't mean that it isn't. It just means statistically it's most likely going to be a man-made satellite. But these things that we're seeing, these dots moving around in the night sky, were seen well before man had satellite up there. So there's things that is proven now. There's stuff that was in orbit of the Earth reflecting the sun's light back down to us, and we have no idea what it was there. And sure, Mr. Sean, doing a cracking job. Thank you. I'm not doing that well. And what is the major thing we can't explain from space? There are so many. You would be surprised of how much of accepted science is still interpretation and best guess. There's lots of things we measure, but explaining that measurement and the systems around it are still our best guesses. But lots of things are treated as, well, that's done, that's sorted. I mean, the Big Bang, for example, is getting more and more and more and more in question again. It's only been around, really, accepted since the 90s. So the best way with science is just thinking, this is our best working guess currently. That's the best way, I think, with it. There are so many questions there, but we don't really know what gravity is. We've got a functional definition. We don't know what it is at its core. Time's another one there. Consciousness. What was before the Big Bang? You know, what started things to begin with? There's so many interesting questions. The Great Attractor actually might be my most interesting one there. We'll go into that one in a bit. How did Einstein know about black holes? So, a lot of this stuff was theorized in the maths. So basically, when you do the maths to figure out what you do know, it shows you the maths, you apply that to other things, and then you go, there are these weird things in the maths here. What could that be? And then they go, well, what would that look like? And if the maths is saying there's going to be an object that acts like this. And that's, I think, how black holes were theorized to exist. And now we have appeared to image what we think are black holes, technically not the black hole itself, because nothing's coming out of that, but the stars around it, showing us there's a big gap, essentially, there. But really, our most confident to knowing that black holes exist are not the images, it is the maths. But technically, again, the maths are more of a... this is where the maths break. We don't know what goes on there. Mark as well. Mark Urbex, how are you doing? Good to see you in there. And get a C-Star S30 there as a user of one. So I've heard the C-Stars, as they're like, the A and B. Some people go for the dwarf, some people go for the C-Stars. And I think I do need to pay a bit more attention. I think I stumbled across the dwarfs first, and that stuck in my head. But I do hear very, very, very good things about the C-Stars. I mean, I'm not in a position to. Maybe that'll be the next thing after we do the on-location stuff. Maybe that'll be the next goal. See if we can do that there. And how did you come across it? Yeah, it's a product of the maths. The C-Star S50, bigger optics, doesn't have the dual camera. It's always a trade-off, though, isn't it? Go with bigger optics, better at what it does, but then you've not got the wide field view there. And RJ, how are you doing there? Honestly, this interview is the way to go if you want the better images. I'll have to have a look at that. And dark energy and dark matter are purely conceptual, based on imaginary subatomic particles. So, we're in agreement. We are in agreement there. I strongly believe. I'm very bullish, especially on dark matter. I think this is a prime case of physicists or theoretical physicists or whatever. They just don't want to go back and check their maths. They made an early mistake, and now they have to fudge their numbers with mysterious matter or energy, rather than go back and do their job there. But was he right? But that is the question. Was he right? And is that a binary question, a binary answer? Like, was he right to a certain degree? There are many shades. It's like we refine it more and more and more and more. Astra is in. How are you doing? And isn't Jupiter all gas there? And is that gas flammable? Oh, you know what? I'd imagine probably to a degree. no naked flames nearby. The rules of combustion are different out there, you know, in a vacuum like that. So I don't think it's, but that is essentially, isn't it? It's the compression. It turns, you know, gas bodies like that, you know, when they're large enough, the sheer gravitational pull within itself causes the, what's the word, fusion there, and, you know, turns them into a sun. There, BKV, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? Good to have you in. God, I think we're two followers away from our 9,000 follower milestone there. And what if we light all that up? Yeah, so I think it burns in different sort of ways up there in space. Like, it's an interesting one. Tank, how are you? Good to see you there. Any activity? And what would be left there? And Marcus, good evening. Only just getting your messages now there. And Vicky, vertigo is awful there. I feel dizzy and sick. Everything is about to fall out my arse. So, but yes, it is awful. I never used to suffer of it, but now I can't go 2 steps up a ladder without falling out. I've got no inner ear. I've got an inner ear, but it doesn't do the balance stuff. So I didn't realise my brain has to do it now. And so it manually is computed. So if you put me in a busy room with like more people, I fall over. Because brain cannot compute. It's actually quite like the tracker. If too many objects for it to try and track, it just kind of melts. So, if you go somewhere with like a jazzy patterned floor, my brain's trying to process the variation, and it can't do everything at once. So I get vertigo, and sometimes I just go straight out. It's really did not know that was possible. I mean, we know it's this is the tongue cubed. I mean, we know life is very common there. 25% of all planets. So we suspect, don't we? We don't know for sure, but I think you're right. I think it may even be more common than that. Like the early signals is that, well, life is more hardy than we imagined, but also it doesn't need as much of an environment. That habitable zone was like really like rough at the time. It turns out life could probably survive in most places. Early signals, we've not got a lot of good technology pointing in this direction yet, but the early signals are that, you know, these distant exoplanets where we are starting to have the ability, and look, we'll zoom in on this. Let's go to this bastard.
Zoom mode.
I don't know what star it is, but around that star, we've now got the technology for we can detect a lot of planets around stars now. We didn't know that there were other planets around other stars. It was speculated, but, you know, this solar system could have been special. But we know now, we haven't scanned them all, still limitations, but we're seeing a lot of them, so we do think most likely. And now we are very close to getting the technology to do it with some confidence that around those planets, that we can look at the atmospheres around those planets and detect what gases are in them. And the rumor is, from astrobiologists that are doing this, is that they're getting a lot of these signals that are from gases that, as far as we know, can only be made by life. Now, the technology isn't there enough to confirm it with confidence, but they're getting so many hits. They're like, we think life, at least in a simple, or not even that simple, but, you know, like in a not necessarily civilizational sense, but they think it's going to be absolutely common. I think even within our own solar system, I think life is, there's very strong evidence for Venus, and Mars is, basically had life the whole time. Excuse the flashing, guys. We might have to cut you TikTokers off if that gets too bad. Because it's TikTok that causes that problem, sorry. There's over 300 trillion planets with life. It is an insane amount, and that's a conservative estimate, I think, nowadays. Oh, excuse me, still recovering. And did anyone listen to / watch the 3rd instalment of the Robert Bigelow podcast today? And he spoke of some of the goings on at Skinwalker Ranch I've never heard of before. So I put it on, I watched 5 minutes, and I haven't listened to it since. I need to go back to that one. I am very interested in that one, so thank you for the nudge there. Our cloud again there, Pancake. Keep it your way. Let's spin the camera. Let's see if we can. Let's go up. How high can we get? Oh, there's Vega. There we go. So this is. I normally. Oh no. Let's get Vega into the middle of the screen. There we go. Look, a big, bright, beautiful Vega. I'm just going to test going brighter. I don't want to wash out the image, but I want to make sure we're not. No. Let's go back to there. Oh, space worm. Make sure the tracker has got us. In fact, let me refresh the tracker, because sometimes it builds up a bit of a lag. So let me just do that. Start. There you go. See if we can pick up some images there. Faces in the clouds. Fleet. Good spotting. I'm no good at spotting those things. And in what language does Sam mean? I'm a vulture. I'm the only one seeing these translations. Oh, you getting translations? Oh, actually, no, Tubes was awful for it there, because I was getting things that I thought people were being dicks, and when I hovered over it, it was literally sup or something like that. Yeah, who was that? I think that was YouTube. Anyone, is the gas on Jupiter flammable? What is it, mate? I can't remember now. Is it helium, hydrogen? Just Keaton there, just discovered his channel, so watching for the first time there. Wonderful stuff. Hello from Litchfield. Thank you, Keaton. Welcome aboard. Good to have you in. Have you ever seen anything strange in your skies? You're very welcome. I warn you, though, it does become addictive. So we're getting people that have been with us pretty much every night for a year now. But you'll see some strange things there. Do ask away any questions. There are no silly questions here at all. So I'd love to have you in. And pissing down in Scotland V, then everything's normal. And The Martian is a good space. The Martian, I enjoyed The Martian as well. Apparently it was actually quite accurate, other than they do say it was the initial the wind scene that causes the problem of why you get stranded there. Apparently, you know, even though the wind speed is high because of the lack of atmosphere, you don't feel it, so it's kind of a lot of fuss, but there's no effect. Other than that, apparently it's quite accurate there. It's been a bit rainy here at 2K, hey, and we've needed it. It was rainy last night, but been all right since then. And tried a lot of times, but never managed to get to the nebulae and the Seven Sisters. Oh, so that would be a cool one to do. And doesn't make any sense. The flat Earth community is growing. They are or stupid or believing something, or are they more informed? Well, so Jolly, I think you're right to bring that up. You know, I don't think it is fair to write off the flat Earth community as all idiots there. I think, like with any community, there are sometimes different motivations to join it. Some people, like even the UFO stuff as well, you know, there are people that will just be led by anything. They'll take anything, you know, so regardless if the core stuff is true or not, they're just on board with that, and they'll believe anything which way I send it. Other people, it can be, you know, that they've looked into it and that makes perfect sense to them based on the information they have available. Other people as well, and we see this definitely true in the UFO community as well, which is I do not trust anybody, so therefore the opposite is true. So there can be lots of reasons why certain things picked up there. But I'm glad to hear that you've got lots of members from all over the globe. V, counting down 4 weeks until sunny Spain there. 4 weeks, sunny Spain. Remember, V, for those Spanish nights there when you're relaxing, take a copy of The Vast of Night with you to relax with. For you guys watching, The Vast of Night is a brilliant UFO film. And, Mark, you're up our way. Whereabouts was you? Did you wave as you went by? Janie, how are you doing? Oh my god, I thought it'd be quiet today in the messages. I'm a few messages behind, guys. It does tell you, it should pop up on the screen at various points, tell you how many minutes behind I am in the chat. You have to forgive us. Do say hello, let us know where you're watching from, but yeah, it takes me a second to read through because I don't want to miss any of your messages there at all. So yeah, do say hello, but make sure you're following, subscribe. We're on pretty much every night. And clear skies, it's the UFO, UAP, Skywatch, cloudy nights, it's alien radio, signal hunt time. Listening for our own radio telescope there, hoping to hear ET say hello. We listen on the hydrogen line, which is the channel on the radio dial where scientists theorise that if ET's out there, that's where they put the message. And when the moon's up, we do a moon watch, and we look for, and we do see strange things on, off, and around the moon too. So we're always looking to get the evidence there. And Mitch has some massive DC shoes. Is Mitch your Alan? Where are we? Down here. So it's a nipper. So it would go out instantly. I'm not fully on the science of these things, but yeah, like they can and they do. But they don't. I think this, the space and the other things that are going on within their planetary body affects. It's not necessarily the same as the combustion that we'd have here on the Earth. So yeah, I need somebody with a little bit more brain power to know specifically. But is the facts are a guess there? What gas does it have? So that is that we know it works differently, but I don't know specifically which their way would blow that Sony camera away. Really. But so as well, does it do it with the live video? Because that's the curiosity that I've got as well. Like how much light does it let in the live view? Because that's what we'd be able to do. I'm not really fussed on taking and stacking images because we can't do that live, you know. We want to be able to let in all of the light there. Gee, a royal soul, brother. Love it. And what planet has a liquid gas? Was it Saturn? Oh, I think I definitely know one of the moons, whether it was Titan, maybe has liquid methane lakes and stuff there. Check your spaceship. What sort is it? And do you need advanced warranty on it? It's not the dwarfs having AI. It sees through the clouds. It's called drizzle. It's a way of moving pictures when imaging. Okay, I'm new to all of that. So it's hydrogen plus oxygen birds there. Hydrogen plus hydrogen doesn't. I didn't know that, Lilac. That is very interesting. Are you okay, Doug? Oh, hello. You know I've cut my hair.
Yeah, that's what I told her.
Oh.
That's why she came out.
So, I'll moan at you for distracting me. Hi, Ruby. Oh, you're so soft.
You got fluffy.
She's adorable. Chinchilla break, guys. But that's allowed. Oh, you're so fluffy. I can see the fluff going. I'm going to be sniffing all night now.
You were sniffing anyway.
No. What you got to say, Ruby?
You see the aliens?
She's not into aliens. What's that on the screen? Space. Do you know what space is?
She likes ghosts. She likes supernatural.
She does. Fluffy. And as Paul says there, please hit the like button. Thank you guys for that. We do appreciate it. The likes, the shares, the tapping away. It's how we meet you all, and you never know who is going to come in. And with what experience of the phenomena, we've had some fantastic personal experiences shared. So guys, if you want to read through those that have been shared previously by our community, or add your own, we've got a Discord as well, where it doesn't just disappear after the stream. And yeah, link in bio for that one. So personal experiences, loads, you get images and videos too there. Could we feed off the planet? Oh, good question. I suppose technically they do think the reverse it could be true. So I imagine that way would be. But they think of something called like star seeding. The idea that you could basically put different elements into your star, and that would change its light profile. That would be a way of communicating to other people that you've manipulated your star, and therefore something technological. So maybe you can extract from the other planets. I mean, star would be difficult, but the other planets, yeah, could be interesting. Yeah, I think one of the moons has got the gases in liquid form. They have their C's, but they are liquid hydrogen or something. There, Janie as well coming in with the gifts. Massive appreciation. So it all goes back into the stream. Yeah, and yeah, he did recently. It was cancer. I can't remember what sort now, but yeah, very quick announcement, and then wasn't long. Poor guy. And evening, Philip, how are you there as well? What time is it live on until? So normally about midnight, but if it's a good one, we extend it, although it is a work night, we'll have to see. All the planets around us are useless. Well, they probably have their roles to play in other senses, you know. From our point of view, you know, how we act, you know, maybe it's useless. But, I mean, Jupiter, for example, you know, does protect us a lot of the time from bigger asteroids. You know, they all play in this planetary dance that's quite important there. And there was only one who actually says that the Kelvin files. Oh, yeah, I think that's where I first heard of it, actually, was from him, from Nick Pope for Kelvin. So, yeah, I thought it was, he wasn't sensational with it, you know, and that's what I quite appreciate. It's very easy, you know, to kind of over-sensationalize these things. So I like that one. And Pancake, now we have got a super beautiful dark sky. You're right there. We are. I told you it was good behind the clouds, guys. I told you it was good, and your patience has paid off there. It's, oh God, we have an actual natural nuclear reactions going on in certain places in Africa. So yeah, I think it's the Gabon one. They theorise it was like it was, and I don't think it's still reacting now, but it's definitely everything's radioactive from the reactions that took place. Now, some people go, was it natural, or is this evidence of a pre-existing civilization? Don't know enough myself, but it is interesting. Here's a little bit ago, yeah, and what kills hydrogen? No idea. And spinning, David Icke did an amazing interview with one of the last tribal wisdom keepers in Africa. It's Credo Mutua. The whole interview was over 6 hours, but short version out there. Mutua speaks of the reptilians. You know what? That actually sounds fascinating. I'm going to have a look for that one. Thank you, Mars, for pointing that. That really, from a different perspective as well. I like it. I didn't even know he did like podcasts like that. I knew he guested. I didn't know he had his own. Interesting there. Lots of flashing tonight. Keep an eye out, right, guys? It's when the objects flash, it is interesting. But if we're seeing like a flash from the same point of sky for a prolonged period of time, that is very anomalous, very strange, and it could be very good. Is that not Fatto Beasties? What are they? Oh, that's there. Alan's pressing buttons. He's pressing my buttons, I tell you, V. Mossad. Yeah, we're all on their books already, guys, there. Annie, okay? How are you? Thank you for the gift there. Very kind. How you been? There. And Liberty, massive thunderstorms where you are there. Hey, the land needs it. The land needs it, doesn't it? There. As long as it doesn't rain on the camera, though. You got any lives coming up yourself there, Liberty? And it's a busy sky. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That was a shooting star coming in just up there. We've got 2 shooting stars tonight. Interesting. And if the Earth didn't want us burning, maybe it shouldn't have created all the ingredients perfect for burning. Exactly. Exactly. No, I always think we should be trying to improve ourselves and do better, but I don't think we should be cutting off our legs to do so with it there. So, yeah. So stop making yourself so delicious. What sort of comedians bit the other night trying to describe chickens? And this, I think the punchline was that, its wings, its main anti-predator device there, not only does it not work, but it is also a delicious starter. So it's the reverse of it. Just got to make it so... make it so damn easy, Earth. Although there was a time in Earth's history where the oxygen level was ridiculously high, which allowed for things to grow much larger. So you'd have tree-sized mushrooms, which mushrooms freak me out for a weird reason, but also things would spontaneously combust because of the oxygen level. So weird fire mushroom hell. Forgot all of my cables. I forgot I even took them. The fact that our disk and the sun is exact during the eclipses of the moon and sun. Yeah, Alan, bang on. There are so many things that just are a little bit too perfect. Let you go. I mean, chance is possible, but the fact that we do get those solar eclipses, the fact that that's useful for us to study the sun a bit more and understand a bit about it. Maybe it's pointing us a little bit of a lesson. It's a perfect stepping stone, isn't it, to learn about space flight and interplanetary this and that. Yeah, I think maybe there's more to it there. Oh, I've just chucked water down my bollocks. Oh, that's cold now. It's like I pissed myself. I'm old, but I ain't that old. Chinchilla Fluff there, V. I was listening to the music that Saturn makes when I was meditating earlier. See, the universe screams in radio. We say this in our SETI stream. That is the language of the universe. You can tune into the planets. You can tune into absolutely everything. It's awesome there. The chicken or the egg, Carl. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah, what come first? The lesser form of chicken, I've always thought, is the obvious answer to that one, though. To know your elements before space. There is no, I can't. That is not my skill set. I'm a generalist. I look for patterns. So I can tell you what happened. I can't tell you the exact date. It might have been in July. I can tell you the type of person that probably mentioned it. That to me is not important. It doesn't stay in my head. What tells me is a pattern, does a process, as it repeated, does this thing act like that? That's the best you get out of me. My mother, on the other hand, does know the periodic table sort of off the top of her head. Did not pass down to me those genes, though. We are at the exact moment in the Earth's time to witness it, and it's right. We are all in AI, all in tubes with pipes, and neck being power banks from a machine. Well, that could be the other answer to this. One way of looking at it is, this was constructed as a great home for us. Maybe it's a clue that there's extra intelligence or whatever. The other answer is that this simulation is a little bit too perfect. Although I would have liked not grey hair. I'm not bald. This is a choice thing. It's just all grey. If we could have opted for the simulation, but maybe that was DLC. Maybe I didn't pay enough before entering the simulation. We touched on quantum physics when I did my A-levels there. I can remember our teacher saying that everything he taught us could one day be proved to be mostly wrong. At least he could. That is good. That is how all science should be started out, like that. And I think that's the science's strength. But bang on for that as well. Another great one with quantum physics is, if you think you understand quantum physics, you don't understand quantum physics. But it's weird. It's weird there. Technically true, the egg, out of the two. And Alan, I just think how our human advancement has gone in only 100 years. It is that exponential curve, isn't it? It does seem a little bit suspect. Suck at maths also is why I've done hardware and networking. I suck at consistency. I suck at a lot of things, Guy. Jack of all trades, master of none. You might have noticed that one by now. And we could be in a black hole, who knows? There is a lot of evidence that points that way. It's not enough to collapse it down into a definite. But for me, my gut goes that way. I've felt that is very, very plausible. Like the Russian nesting dolls of how universe is formed. And there was another bit of evidence that was put forward for that recently as well. I literally saw a video on this today. It was a paper. I think their argument was that... Oh God, I've got to do so much explaining for this. The density of a black hole, which is, you think, all of this mass getting compressed down into an infinitely dense point creates the gravity which sucks in more. The density of the black hole isn't actually as dense as you think it is, or logic would tell you it'd be. In fact, sometimes the outer universe, our wide bit, is denser, and therefore that could mean that we're in a black hole. Interesting. And how do you measure a quark? Oh my God, I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, barely, haven't you? I mean, you have to speed it up, don't you, to the speed of light, so then you can measure it for long enough. This is all just a hologram into my head. That people do theorize that. A lot of scientists are talking about this as an explanation for consciousness. Helped about Aztec for CS 1.5 that's a brilliant map. I was no good at it, but that legend there. Man, how do you measure a charm? I don't even know what charm is. Still release the maps now for CS2 there, trying to get Valve's attention. I haven't played CS2 in ages, but actually we've got this computer now, so maybe I can. I need to brush up on that. I used to love a bit of Counter-Strike there. Whatever one falls asleep first. And Tsunami there. What are we watching there? Is this a pre-recorded CGI? No, this is a live camera coming from my garden, about 10 meters in front of me. I can move the camera. Whoop. There we go. It works now when to do it. So yeah, about 10 minutes in front of us, and it's live, the night sky live from Wiltshire here in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country, just down the road from Stone Henge. So we're looking out for UFOs, UAP, all of that sort of stuff in the night sky. And we've got this tracker, which is not very good, but it's good to highlight something. So I wouldn't have seen some of these faint ones down here. But like, for example, this one up here. It's quite faint now, but we're looking for these objects, and we need to see them stop dead, shoot off at speed, change course or trajectory, because that is what tells us for sure if it is anomalous versus the most likely a man-made satellite. A hell of a lot of those bad boys up there. So that's what we're looking out for. Where are you joining us from tonight, Tsunami? And Apollo missions kind of blew the vacuum space theory. Well, we know space is often referred to as a vacuum, but it's a lazy term. It's a near vacuum, isn't it? It's not an absolute vacuum. How did it blow the theory? The flashing is bad. Is it getting worse? I know it's bad on the TikTok, but how is it over on the tubes? I know it's less so. So there's a heads up, guys. If you are on the TikTok, if that flashing gets any worse, I will end up cutting you guys off, because sadly it's the TikTok platform itself that causes that. So yeah, we do apologize for that one. It's frustrating. We do apologize for that, but make sure you join us over on the tubes. We're not going to do it just yet, but just as a heads up, at the thing UFO, first of all, the camera is round the right way. There's less of my face, more of the night sky, and all sorts of other contextual analysis. So it is a better experience most of the time. But that was a big one. Yeah, might have to swap us over there. Have you been checked for Meteors? I can't pronounce that one. I thought I could talk until doing this stream. You know what? I don't know. Meteors? Maybe. I can't remember now. I've gone through so many consultants, through so many different things now, and they all say it's the same thing, basically. Whatever their convenient speciality is. Oh, yeah, you've definitely got this. I'm like, you can only go to so many specialists before they tell you that there. Have you sorted out the live guest, Sam? Oh, no, I haven't actually, Kate. I haven't. I need to actually put my finger out and do that one. Oh, good spotting up there. Look how purple Vega is.
Mode activated.
Absolutely stunning. 26 light years from us here on Earth. And very much hotter than brighter than our sun, that star is. But yeah, no, I need to do the live guest out. There was a feature, actually, for TikTok that allows you to have two co-hosts or something. I don't know. We can't use that one. So, no, I need to double check on that one. Ready for winter time. For termite farts in space. We do, but have we got any chance of seeing them there? I think our solar system is dead and it's just us. So I don't think so at all. I think there is a lot of evidence. I'm very confident. I would bet money that Mars has life. Like, in fact, if somebody says we're sending a probe tomorrow to confirm it 100%, I would bet my house on it. I wouldn't miss it, would let me, but I would be that convinced that we would find current bacterial, at least microbial life on the surface of Mars. Now, probably Mars came to here, so we're very similarly related there. Again, lots of compelling evidence as well for Venus. So I think it's going to be alive. I think the reason is that we just haven't actually looked. Like, the only time NASA sent probes capable of detecting life was... the only time it was detecting life was the 2 Viking lander missions, and both times, on multiple occasions, though, they detected life. The tests that said detected life positively were 100% successful, and they detected life, and then they never sent more tests for life since. So, yeah. And V, I can't help it. It's I've got to get you cut off the gangrenous leg. We're all right at the second, though. Oh, Sean, D1, yes. So you can see it now without the cloud. You've got that one there, you've got that one there, and that one there. Those guys, those red ones, are dead pixels, basically, on the camera. There. Rafa, how are we doing? Star Vega, 25 light years, 7.7 parsecs away from Earth. Wouldn't want to walk it, but it's very close in space terms. So this one, say 25, 26 light years away. This beautiful star here. Now, that light years. If our closest neighbour, Proxima Centauri, is 4.2 light years, and that's 25, 26 light years, that's not far at all. That's not really. That's the end of our street in space terms. And if I go this way, we should... Sorry for the dizziness, guys. Where is it? Is it up there? I think it's that one. Let me get a bit more in shot. Yeah, I think it's this one, guys, here. If I'm not that confident. That one there versus there. So that one is 26 light years. Sorry, 2,600 light years. 26, 2,600. Crazy difference in what we're seeing there. Oh, we hit the 9,000 Dawdle. Excellent. Thank you for the notification there. We always lose a few in the next day. We need to bolt it up. I can't believe we made it there. Remember how we were doing last summer on TikTok? We were, there's 100 followers a night, so we thought we were going to get to 10,000 really quickly. That showed me. And we kept saying, for our 10,000 follower milestone, we will do Stone Henge. Well, now we've got the on-location kit, and we're at 9,000, guys. Looks like Stone Henge for that celebration could be well back on. Carl as well, coming in with a gift. Thank you for those. And I remember PEG 52 there. The BBC made a documentary all about it in the early 2000s. No, fiery planet that is moving through space. And they made a big deal and showed simulations of it colliding with Earth. No, I'd not even heard of that one at all. PEG 52. I'm going to have to look that one up. You're spinning there, Raf. And... I know we need to sort your tubes out. We need to get these tubes sorted. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You have to write them an apology letter. The flat earth community are the same who think the Clancy bird. What's the Clancy? Who's that? Carl as well. Jupiter has hydrogen and helium with small quantities of methane and ammonia there. So I always forget their chemical makeups, but stars as well have different makeups, hence the different light waves, the different colours that we get from them there. And Hardy, hi from Liverpool there. During my private pilot license training, I had a very close call with a fast-moving mini B2 Spirit there, shaped flying object that nearly clipped my wing, and my instructor was baffled. That is interesting. Oh, look, TikTok's even throwing a sulk now. Sorry, guys. That's a TikTok issue. Our internet's fine. That is really interesting. So a mini B2 Spirit. So, like, that is a... Well, how long ago was it, do you think? I'm trying to think of what's that sort of shape. I suppose you do get drone craft like that now. Was it a recent one? That's interesting. And good to have you in as well, Hardy. Welcome aboard. Mid-achievement. And Ketone Stone there. Keaton Stone, thank you for a very warm welcome. I can see how this channel can become addictive, and you're very welcome to be part of it. There, yeah, good to have you in. All those flashes are getting annoying, guys. Sorry. Yeah, but it does. And look, it's something to do, to hang out and chat, isn't it, there? And whilst also having the chance to detect the evidence, we do get some very interesting anomalies. And I heard you mention Nick Pope a little earlier there. In March, I was privileged to be invited to his home in Arizona and conduct what sadly turned out to be his final interview. He passed 2 weeks later. Oh, my God. A lovely man, very kind of... He gave that vibe like that. That's phenomenal. Okay. Where can we see this interview? Was it something he's recording for somebody else like that, or do you do stuff for yourself? We need to see that. Is awesome. Well, not the second part, but you've got to do that with him. Yeah, I found he's a fascinating chap there. And in the 52 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica, it referenced to a Planet X. However, there is no further mention of it in later editions. They constantly, don't they, theorise that there is this extra planet, and they keep coming out with, we're so close, and apparently there is a new telescope that is going to be able to confirm this one within a year of it going online, have more of a detailed scan of the night sky. They're pretty confident. There's a lot of clues that it should be out there. There are a lot of people confident there is, but they don't know much about it, how big it might be, how far out it is, what its orbit could be. So, but there is potential. There is potential for it there. She is, but I'm getting the fluff. It's just a bit weird, the chinchilla on now. Getting the fluff absolutely everywhere. The price we pay. It's in my beard now as well. There. And is that Velvet as well? Welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? She's very cute, and she knows it. Literally from the... It is. It goes right up there. And... What the heck was that thing? It was a chinchilla. We're a few minutes ago there. A few more chinchillas and you'll be able to make a hat for those cold nights. And you see what they did. They were soft there. That was Ruby, and you could tell that was Ruby the chinchilla because she had ears. Sophie does not. And yeah, that is it, Kate. You remembered. I was watching Travis Ranch interview on the Wi-Fi. It was very cool. It was, actually. And alternatively, you could wear a top hat and keep a few chinchillas underneath it. The odd... Yeah, well, hold on. I'm halfway there. We've got the hat. Why is it green? This is when something else happens across the screen and Kate clips that. I'm going to put a chinchilla in that hat. I've got the birds. I could lift it off and the birds could fly away there. And every time someone becomes a member or a Patreon, I wouldn't feed that thing after midnight. It might turn to a gremlin. You can't actually get them wet because their fur is so dense. It's part of their survival mechanism that they actually go mouldy. So you can't spray them with water. You can't cool them down. Yeah, they can't get wet. They go mouldy. The magician in me, the chinchillas are the new rabbit. They're very 70s, aren't they, chinchillas? Him and the Wi-Fi's guy. It's a good one. Yeah, and... God came first, shot into an egg. There, Robert, how are we doing tonight? Good to see you there. Thank you for the likes. Are in the simulation on the free version with ads. Running the simulation. Wait a minute, what have I forgot? Yeah, because we're talking about being trapped in the simulation. But yeah, that's exactly what I've summed there. Though it's not the free version, because even you can't get the free version now. You have to pay, but you still get ads. There. Used to have a song in school to go through the elemental periodic table. Not that I can remember it, but there were only 92 elements when I was at school. Yeah, 109 now or so, is that? Yeah. These things keep going, don't they? I only remember one of those hymns from school, and it was, don't drop your rubbish. Don't drop your rubbish. There's something else there. Keep the countryside tidy, keep the countryside clean was the line of it there. How you doing, Joseph, as well? And Carl, feeding Alan.
Thanks,
good spot in there, Pancake. And if you think about it there, does quantum mechanics mean the reality we live in is conscious? The reality itself? It could do. Yeah, it could do. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That is... Oh... That's a tricky one. That is a tricky one. Let me try. Oh, no, that's just made it worse. Hold on. Just try and changing the settings now. No, that is absolutely awful. We'll go back to the original mode there. Yeah, I mean, consciousness is, and reality, there isn't necessarily a baseline reality. This is what you've got to get your head around in consciousness with quantum physics, is the world that we see, that we touch, this sort of the general relativistic stuff, how we think the world works. We think there's one thing and we're viewing it, we're sensing it, we're living within it. But the more you look at quantum mechanics, the more that isn't true. We don't know what it is, but there isn't necessarily one big thing. It's closer to more, there's things depending on where you are and who you are, and get your head around that there. Rested your eyes for a minute there. Just left Joseph. Done it again. What's that? I was because every time someone joins... Oh, you're right. Kate was asking the question there. It tells me to invite them to join as a guest. Oh, is that? Yeah, well, it's I think it's a new feature thing for it, yeah. Ignore them. I can't do it through TikTok, because obviously we wouldn't be able to do it on the tubes. There. Is it big enough for the props? Ben there, Sam, the Space Man. How are you doing, Ben? We're all good. I'm feeling better. I'm still a bit croaky, but much better than I have been. There. One of the ETs is causing the flashing. It's the TikTok, sadly. Your request work, you just checked. Excellent. So is it all working now then? Can you comment? I want to see a comment from V on the tubes there. 81 Pancake, good there. Ben, we are very, very, very lucky tonight. We had a lot of cloud earlier, but it doesn't seem to have stopped things. It's because we keep getting put in TikTok jail. Well, yeah, we're always in bloody TikTok jail. So, YouTube's owes you an apology letter. You got to handwrite it to them. And where are we? The labouring scientist. Welcome aboard. Good to have you in as a scientist. How do you feel about the UFO phenomena? Do let us know, and it's okay to be skeptical here. You want to see an eclipse there? Apparently next year, Egypt. It's going to have one right by the pyramids. Apparently, is it next year or the year after there? Thank you. The name rings a bell, Dordos. I feel like it come across. I don't know if it's been tested, but thank you. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Thank you. And Nathan, how are you doing there? Oh, the mods and the rockers. And did you see the post I tagged you in earlier about being scared of spiders? Now I'm worried to open up my message. No, I'm so far, because I've been ill for the last couple of days. I'm even worse with my messages. I think I was trying to clear last week's messages over the weekend, and then I got ill. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. Excuse me. So I'm very, very behind. So apologies to anybody that's waiting on a reply anywhere. Nathan just put it across. 10 points there. Oh, very good there. How you doing, Robert? Just getting your messages now. Oh, I'm catching up on the chat, guys. We're getting there. Name is on the Perseverance rover that went to Mars in 2020. Now, that is insanely cool. Vicky, was it you that was telling it? Because that's ringing a bell. Have you told us this one before? Was it you that was part of a project that was doing it, or is that somebody else that I'm putting connections together? Because if not, share it anyway, because even if you have told us that, because it'd be cool for everybody else to hear. That is awesome. And you asked about the unexplained. It's for an upcoming documentary about. Thank you for the look, Keaton. Thank you for the reminder about the context, because I jumping through the chat, I'm so delayed. It does really help. Appreciate that. It's for an upcoming documentary about a specific UFO story there, not Rendlesham, and I was hoping he may give me 30 minutes. He gave me 7 hours. Oh my god. Well, is it going to be when it's released, this documentary? Is this a legacy media thing, or is it independent production or something like, can we follow a channel in anticipation, or a creator in some way there? And that is awesome, and people like that are so rare. What an awesome man. Obviously no spoilers around the content that's going to be released there, but within the particular event, did you come away going, there was some extra context or information around that was really cool, or was he just like a really good detailed source for it? How are we doing, Gandalf? Good to see you. We're going to be seeing you. Are you still coming down for the meetup, Gandalf? Because I'm very excited for that, so we'll be able to see you. You have to wave. I've got no idea what you look like for that one. And Ghost, how are you there? Good to see you. How are you, Bim? No, I'm so glad I don't live on this planet there. Cover blown asset, we know now. We know. Tired and getting ready to sleep there, Robert. Well, that's all good. Put the chat down, keep us on in the background, chilling out. We're all good. Anything interesting? Just a beautiful night sky. I don't think we've had any anomalies tonight. I had a few shooting stars, which surprised us though. And apparently the so-called Planet X has been detected due to its gravitational pull on outer planets, and it's thought to be larger than Jupiter, and it's affecting Jupiter too. Oh, interesting, because you can tell, can't you, like the slight tug, the wobble that it gives in those interactions. So I knew that it had they suspected it based on the positions they looked like there had been a gravitational interaction, shaking things up a long time ago. But yeah, I don't really. Yeah, so they think they've got actual evidence to confirm it. That is bigger than Jupiter as well. That is interesting. You just hope, don't you, that it is not on one of those very eccentric orbits where every 10,000 years it does come through the central solar system and screws everything up there, bringing a little bit to the Nibiru Anunnaki story there. And Billy there, is this alive? This is live. It's not, well, we are recording it, but this is live. We can move the camera. Actually, I want to move it that way. I'm never going to remember. There we go. Let's do that. Oh, there's a few more clouds coming in. Yeah, it's alive, coming from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. Where are you joining us from, Billy there? And Atman there, Rip Poke. Oh, yeah, Rip Nick Pope, 100%. It don't take a minute to bag it and bin it. That one actually rings a bell. I don't think it was one of the regular ones, though. How you doing, Rodney? Good to see you, Wim. And every time my son borrows the car, it comes back stinking like a filthy ashtray. I thought kids were too cool to smoke. I thought it was all about vapes and things. Apparently kids don't get drunk in parks anymore. What a crime. Oh, no, you regressed to 20 TikTok box. Oh, that one. Oh yeah, so we've still got to figure out the way. I think the way we'll have to do it for when we do want to do the call-in ones, when it's like obviously a lot cloudier, and we need something to do on the cloudy nights and on board of the signal hunts. There, we're going to default, maybe give it a try to do the radio phone in, come in and tell your experiences sort of ones. But we'll have to do it so we can get it in and put it out to both platforms. We'll probably do it via the Discord. So make sure you're on our Discord in anticipation of that, especially if you've got a story, an account to tell. Link in bio for that, because we got that set up for it previously and never ended up doing it there. And baton charge there. Pope talks and ended up with a sore throat. That's one way to view it, but I don't know. I don't think many people would agree there. And where are we there? Meteors tonight. Actually, Billy, yes. Yes, we have seen a couple. And let's spin this camera around, because let's avoid these clouds. Still a few. There. And where are we in there? Billy, thank you for the follow there. Greg as well, coming in with the shares. Guys, appreciate that. Is the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that jazz. That helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. And the more eyes and minds we get on the phenomena, so the more we can all piece this puzzle together. You never know who's going to come in and what story, experience they are going to share there. Billy as well, coming in with the gifts. Thank you so much. So it all goes back into the stream, helping us improve what we're doing. I said one of the goals at the minute, and we are so close. We are so close to getting our on the road bit more often. We want to kick off our live UFO tour, so yeah, we're so close with that. That's where it's all going at the minute. But yeah, we're going to be doing live UFO Skywatches like this from the UK UFO hotspots. Rendlesham Forest should be the first one, and a few more local ones to boot there. And Harko said, next year for the Eclipse News. Thank you, Harko. And thank you, Joni, for checking that one. I'll catch you later, Lee, as always. And thank you for supporting us with the T-shirt as well. Looking forward to seeing that on you there. Definitely make sure you do you post that picture. And spinning. It's been a bad year for the original ancient astronaut theorist there. Pope, Eric von Daniken. Yes, yeah. David Wilcock. And haven't seen anything alive from Linda Morton Howe for a few months. Oh, the last one. Didn't even think of that one there. How you doing, Lozzie? As well. And Dark Stars there. Hey, just followed. Welcome aboard, Dark Stars. Good to have you in. Where in the world are you joining us from? This goes for everybody, guys. If you're new here, do say hello. Let us know where you're watching from and ask away any questions. No silly questions here at all. We want to hear from you all. I'm just going to move the camera, see if we can avoid these clouds for a little bit longer. A little bit brighter over this part. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, guys, there. Who was the guy with the funny hair? There as well. Oh, George Carey Octos. I can't even pronounce that. Who's that? I've not even heard that name. It's one I knew. The dodgy name. The Roman Space Telescope is set to launch on August the 30th, and it will have a field of view of 100 times larger than Hubble's, measuring light from 1 billion galaxies during its operational time. Yeah, is it the Roman one that they think is going to be able to do our solar system, kind of get that check locked in? Or is that the different? But the technology, I think Vera Rubin's going to be an interesting one. Loads of interesting ones there. Dara as well, coming in with the gifts. How are you tonight? Thank you for that. Emilio too, how are you? You'll be at the Skywatch there. Looking forward to seeing you there. And let's hope we get a good night. Yeah, hopefully. But to be honest, the main reason I'm going is to meet like the old school Skywatchers there, like yourselves, some local people. Nathan, you're probably going to go, aren't you, as well? Good opportunity, because we do this, but I don't know how to interact. I've always been bad at making friends, but yeah, like you old school Skywatchers and stuff, I think it'd be good to just meet and hear the accounts and everything from that. But hey, if we get to see something, that would be pretty damn cool as well. Yeah, a few clouds now, Drewsy, coming in, but they shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't stop us there. And Greg, if you F with them laser pens there, yet to see zoom in on you ever F with the laser pen, yet to see you zoom in on the moon. Greg, you're not wrong. So the moon is difficult because obviously seasonally it's not necessarily in the right place at the right times for us, and we are coming up to it being in the right place at the right time. But it would be it'd probably be the early part of September, so we're not too far away. The reason we didn't do it last few times that it is because with the Earth's rotation, the moon being close, the movement of the moon across the screen is so fast. Like, it's literally moving like that. And so I have to keep moving my little tracker constantly, and it was just a pain in the ass to do it. Didn't really like the weight of the moon lens. But now we got this one. We've got the new one, very responsive, very fast, can deal with the weight. It should be much easier for us to do. So yeah, hopefully it is coming up pretty soon. But on the other front there, with the laser pen, so we don't, but the idea, guys, is that, you know, back in the day, they'd flash torches at the strange objects they'd see, and sometimes they'd flash back. Modern day laser pens, you know, you point it out, and sometimes they split into two, or they start flashing. Some sort of interaction we do here is really, really good. We don't use the laser pens. I'd like to, but we live so close to Salisbury Plain. We're literally right on the edge of it, and when we do the live on locations, we are technically on the military training area, and that is... I just know that I would end up flashing an Apache attack helicopter and get a missile sent at me. So we don't do that. But there is another way, because at the minute, you know, this is a passive stream. So we're just pointing to that camera to the night sky, hoping ET is flying from A to B, and we're going to observe it over the screen. But... you know, wouldn't it be great if we could use lasers, if we could use other practice there to kind of interact and to summon them? Now, the other options we've got are CE5, the idea of consciousness meditative practice. Can summon them, can communicate with them. People talk about that being very effective. We've got a group of people that are working on that one, so we keep out for that. But the other one is sounds, tones, frequencies, kind of like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, if you remember that film. That comes from somewhere. You know, there is apparently a truth to it. It's very reliable. And you get this dog whistle. It's the idea of ultrasonic tones that we can't hear, but yeah, it will summon them in. And we've built one. Woo! You've probably heard me say this a few times before if you've been in recently. But yeah, so if I turn it on, right, there we go. Now, again, ultrasonic, we won't hear it as humans. I'll play you the test tone so you can hear it, but it's just a test tone. But like, so we know that it's going off and working. If you're on TikTok, white line across my face there, that's going to show you the waveform of what signals, frequencies we're sending out. If you're on the tubes, it's the green line that's just below me here, there. So if I play the tone, where is it? Finding my own buttons. Oh, there's a bit of a delay there on the old... the TikTok version, but oh, that's weird. It's not even, it's just flashing the white line for you TikToks. Oh well, I'll have to problem solve that one. But anyway, yeah, that's there. Catches up eventually. So yeah, right. I can turn that one off now. But yeah, so we've got tones, frequencies you can't hear. We've got about 13 different patterns and stuff that we hear are related to the phenomena that should hopefully, you know, give us some success. Oh, I think the camera has frozen. Or this one has. Hold on. So hold on. Why am I getting... Oh. The whole computer's just had a little bit of a sulk there. Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Why are we not getting video signal? That is very weird, because I can literally see the camera. Yeah, the camera's... Let's just reboot that one. Yeah, there we go. Right. Come on, right, let's just get that one down to there. Oh, we've got some clouds over there. Right, sorry guys. Took a second. Yeah, I don't know. That was the Mac that had a bit of a sulk there. Oh, the clouds now. Hold on. Let's find a little bit away from those clouds. It was over here, wasn't it? Oh, there we go. We're over the house now. So, right. Anyway, we'll put the tracker on for a bit, but we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, so the tones, the frequencies there, we haven't got it hooked up to a speaker because I need to have another little device to send that signal out. But oh, that's a bright one. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to do an active stream there. We'll be able to start summoning in, see if we can get some of that to and fro going from it there. Nathan, that's very quick. I like that. Still have a pulse. And oh, in Hampshire there. Ever recorded down here? Ah, Hampshire, I haven't. You're not too far from us. Only a county off, are you? So we're doing our UK UFO hotspot tour. Where is my tour t-shirt? And we over the UK. This is a tour t-shirt. It's a UK map, all the different UFOs, cryptids that are on it, with the locations on the back. But so we're doing. Our planned ones are Scotland. It's going to be Loch Ness, Calvine, Decmont Law, and Bonnie Bridge for the Falkirk Triangle. Up north, Ilkley Moor, Pendle Hill, Todmorden, Midlands and Wales, Cannock Chase, Berwyn Mountains, Broadhaven, South and Southwest, Rendlesham Forest, Clay Hill, and Bodmin Moor. So they're the main ones that we've got for the tour. But we'd want to do a lot more. So I think, yeah, if there are any sort of places you could recommend in that area, 100% we'd love to add them to the list. We could definitely want to do Bempton on the Yorkshire coast. Apparently that's meant to be a good hotspot there. I'd probably be doing Dartmoor as well, because that's nice and easy one. But who mentioned earlier Glastonbury tour? That would be another good shout there as well. But I think now, once we've got all the gear, this is what we're saving up for. It's Space Worm. Then it's just so much easier for us to do it, because the biggest barrier was the technological one, which we're basically there. Like, it's just a couple more quid, so it's going to happen pretty soon. So yeah, hopefully it'll be much easier for us to do these more often there. And Nick, read the Nick Pope interview. Yes, I came away very happy with very tantalising intel that adds significantly to the accepted version of the story. Oh, Keaton, I am very excited to hear more on this one, because I won't spoil it, because I think I know which other event you might be talking about, but we'll leave that one for the mystery. But hey, if you want to join our Discord, you can drop it in there when it's live. That would be very interesting there. I want it to be on Legacy Media. Okay, yeah. So I'll have a lot of press around it in advance, so I'm sure if you're remotely interested in the subject, we'll hear about it. Hopefully, I'm so out of the loop there. Scooby?
Nom nom nom. Thanks,
the amount of stuff I do miss on the Legacy stuff, though. But that's a pretty cool job as well. There. As well. Just a few showers moving west to east near you. Oh, thank you, Willie, for the heads up there, because that is those clouds. I might have to go down and put the camera. We are nearly at time anyway for the stream there. And Dolan is conducting a recent study into how data on 112 UFOs has suddenly disappeared. Oh, where from? What, government files there? Excellent, Nathan. I'll see you there. You have to wave at me. I've no idea what anybody looks like. You just text, guys. We've made lots of. Rich, yeah, we've done a very, we've carved out a wonderful community here. I'm very, very appreciative of that. So one day we'll end up doing our little meetup. We didn't line up, sadly, for summer, but hopefully for next year we'll have something so we can actually meet somebody. Or when we're doing our tour, if we're close by, we could align with people there. And as one of the original ancient astronaut theorists there, Richard Dolan did an extensive interview that, following 50 years of deep diving down the rabbit hole or holes to find the truth, took its toll their family and friends. I am not surprised by that there. It was a bit better earlier, Janie, I'll give it that. Yeah, quieting down a touch. Hi, Drewski, thank you, I do need that. Oh, Billy, was that the do the old yeah, that's our test tone, so it's from Close Encounters. But I do think that that media, that stuff came from real rumours and reports that they could be working. That's how you might communicate. He asked himself, was it worth it? And now what he thinks he knows as the truth. What does he do with it there? He's been singing from the same hymn sheet for years. There hasn't much to add. The costs of these things, we don't often do it. But see, these things, individuals tend to pay a high price to move the needle only ever so slightly. But it's essential that people do that. You think of the individual soldier on the battlefield. They can't, that's a high price. They don't individually get a lot of glory. It's not often, is it, that one of them is responsible for the same day, but it's essential, it all contributes to the overall thing. This is probably quite similar there. Louis on tonight there. Oh, excellent. That is Disclosure Tonight, isn't it? The channel there. Interesting. I can just imagine E.T. of his mate saying, wow, look at those earthlings there. They've gone retro on their ass, yeah. It's like playing their dad's rock music to them. It's like, my dad used to listen to that. I think he's staying long this time. It'll be open for questions. Could be very interesting. How did it go last time? What do you think was the most interesting part of it? Zig and Zag. For Jesus, that's a while back. Zig and Zag. I'm back, and I thought to let you know if you're 100% there. Thank you. Scooby, and there is a lot of countryside down here. You can get away from some of the light pollution. It's a beautiful. You know what, actually, Hampshire is technically, New Forest is Hampshire, isn't it, there? So New Forest does actually have a bit of UFO lore, but also it's got a lot of folklore lore there, and a lot of that heavily overlaps. So the New Forest would be actually a banging location for it. So the reason I think that we did some of the places on the list is because a lot of them were easier to do to get phone signal, so we could connect to actually do the live. But we have now, because you guys have been so amazing, managed to hit the target to get a Starlink, so we can get the wireless satellite connection in from basically anywhere. So that actually opens up a lot more places. The next thing is can we get a big enough battery to run the Starlink for long enough? Because I think at the minute we're looking like that's our main limiting factor, is going to be how long does the Starlink drain the battery, how quick. Everything else can last about 5 hours of streaming, but the Starlink at the minute is about an hour and a half to 2 hours, so we need to get a bigger battery for that. And then after that, it'll be things like the dog whistle we just showed you. If we can get, well, you can get portable, like the Bluetooth speakers. We can't do it via Bluetooth, you have to plug it in directly, but essentially we need one of them battery speaker that we can take with us to use the dog whistle out and about. So little stretch goals, if you call it that. I'll lock there, the Pendle Hill or Witches. So another one of these places got that spooky alignment with it, same as I always forget the Cannock Chase. That getting a lot of spooky stuff, but it all ties in together there as well. You're fine. Yeah, you'll have to just tap us on the shoulder, because I'm going to be like the awkward kid in the corner. I don't know anybody there. I don't know what anybody looks like. Yeah, so I'll be the coy one there. And keep your eyes out to New Pendle Hill. Oh, Ben, because you're in the area, aren't you? You've got a couple from your way. You're looking up at the hill and you see this, if you've got night vision, you'll be able to see where we are, because you'll see a big illuminated glow in the infrared. To go out with a girl from Burnley, Lancashire, who I was a direct descendant of Alice Nutter, one of the original witches. Really? That is got to be interesting, the family size of that. Stellanios, oh my god, I got that one totally wrong, didn't I? Stellanios there, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow, or where are you joining us from tonight? Catch you later there, Locke. And only 15 minutes last time. Hey, I mean, it's still a big get. It's still a big get. And Billy there, the New Forest is such a spiritual place there. Was up there not long ago there, the vibes. That is one of my most favourite places. Really, really is a special place there. I do like it. So any excuse to go back. Sadly, I hear that it's suffered quite badly with the old wildfires recently there. But Hampshire as well has generally got a nice, the trees that you get there more piney. I've got a soft spot for Hampshire. And even a great place, just a shame Sausage Fingers owns most of it. Wait a minute, what are we talking about? What's the... what was we... Sausage, the new... look, the Crown, the Duchy, yeah. Took me a second there, but we got there, Nathan. There, Lucy, how are you tonight? How's your curtains coming on? Most people in Burnley stay within the family, lucky to have found... I'm pretty sure I need to get the correct answers. Yeah, well, that's the first step, though. So, the more people in, the better. Well done in getting. That's a good get, Scooby. You got to let us know what the interesting things are if I miss it. And SCO there, and why am I mesmerised? Anytime I watch something like this, I ask the same question. Whenever I see a shot of the moon, deep space, there's something sort of primordial that just, you're compelled to watch. Like if there's small children around, and they're playing near a road, you can't take your eye. There's a danger of threat analysis. You're drawn to that sort of thing, aren't you? Keeping your eye on the shadows. I think it's but not necessarily in a negative sense. There's something about being drawn to it there. SEO, ever seen anything strange yourself when you've been watching those there? Seen Starlink posts overhead yet? Oh, Vicky, we had one the other day. I've got to admit, we haven't seen the chains as many as last year, but I'm sure it should be out there. Oh, do you live in Canchase? Hey, well, we'll be out there. I know it's a bigger area, but hey, we're starting to talk to us when we get there for our Skywatch. Have you had any experiences like that? Does the reality match up to the stories there? Oh, the fight, I hear it's been awful, isn't it? And John there, Floyd. Where are we? It's jumped ahead of me there. It's a football thing. Oh, I missed the first part of that. Took me a second, Nathan. SCO as well there. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you on board. Tell the Burnley guy. The Blackburn guy says hi. Oh, the football rivals. It took me a second. There. How you doing, Ace? Good to see you in. So let's spin the camera around, see if we can spot a bit of sky that isn't clouds. Is there a gap on the other side? As long as it ain't rain clouds. This camera's got rained on a few times. Right, no, we were back the other way. Let's go back the other way. I mean, we are basically close to time, so I think that is going to be our one for tonight. Look how beautiful those colours are when it's spinning. Oh, curtains coming along nicely there. Still have loads more threading to do. It does sound like one of those really detailed ones. And Andromeda is visible and right now, so we could normally get Andromeda, and tonight we would have been able to, but the clouds have just covered us sadly. Andromeda is so cool to see, so rather than just looking at all the other stars, it is a whole other galaxy. It looks like a smudged star, but it's a whole other galaxy. Billions and billions of stars are there. So yeah, I can't quite see it just yet there. Nan has a story of a UFO, has never let it go. As in, look, never told the details, or kept, as said, she definitely, convinced and never retracted it. That is fascinating, especially when it's lasted that test. That is a test, isn't it? A test of time there. I'll catch you later, V there. Well, the satellites look at moving stars, though. So at the distances, we're getting very limited data, basically. That's all it's just a few bits of light, and that looks very similar to us there, because that's, we're seeing light reflecting off of those satellites bouncing back there, and those stars are emitting light, and at a distance, that's what light looks like. Think of it if you're driving at night and you kind of got a car coming towards you, on a dark country lane. They've got bright headlights. You don't see the shape of the car. You see the circles of light, don't you? And it's a similar sort of thing. We're seeing the light rather than the object. Sometimes it's the same thing, but not always. It's a good question. And the thought you're getting the craft ready. Crash straight away if I get it ready. Take me 10. I can't get anything ready. I could barely run this straight. Could you imagine me, guys? I'll be going back. I can't even get this to go the right way. You've done well with the clouds. Oh, actually, Nathan, yeah, it was crystal clear. And as soon as I sat down to come on clouds, and then it came back, we did all right. So we had a bit there. And before blowing any whistles to encourage UFOs, you first need to know how to protect yourself mentally. Oh, it's a good point. And it's not always clear what type you may make contact with, benevolent or malevolent. That I think is a fair point. And you know what? I'm so focused on getting it, I haven't thought about that. So if you've got any tips, jump in at some point and let us know with those. This should be at the distance, they shouldn't be visible at all. So again, it's all the trick of the light, how much light is reflecting back at us and stuff like that. So definitely possible with these distances there. For that there, especially when you've got a lens that lets in a lot of light like we do there. Soft or hard probe spinning. Depends how good you've been. And she never let go of the story there. Saw it when she was young, out the back of the car window. I've heard so many are like that as well. Do you think kids, they pay more attention to these things there? Decloak if you want to see them. As long as you think you're in the right place as well, like if you're coming for the right intentions, which I need to make sure I'm doing for there. Oh, trading cards, how are you? We'd literally just coming off because of the cloud cover. There. Teleported in a triangular shape and then the zigzagged away. Oh my god, now that is a really cool account. Whereabouts in the world was that? Got a wonky chimney pot. Actually, I do. Don't. That stresses me out looking at that. I'm like, oh god, how much is that going to cost? Actually, is that back when my neighbours are mine? I want to mount the North Sky camera up there. Late to the party. We drank all the booze. Excellent. Janie there, thank you for the gifts. So, right, guys, I am going to come off for tonight. Make sure you follow and subscribe to catch us tomorrow night. Hopefully, it'll be clear again. We could do another Skywatch, but if not, we'll be doing an alien signal hunt. But I do think it's going to be probably clear enough for another Skywatch. So, thank you. Oh, it was a Portsmouth area. It seems to be quite active, but thank you for sharing that. So, yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out, sharing your questions, sharing your knowledge, asking your questions, all that sort of stuff. Tap it away, helping us build up a little community up there, sharing. Do appreciate you all there. Gifters, members, subbers, merch buy, all the other people that support us in those ways. Really do appreciate that as well. It all goes straight back into the stream, helping us improve what we do. And hey, this is one of those things. So thank you a lot, guys. You're awesome. We will see you all tomorrow night. Bye-bye.